Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello. Let's see if this works. See if this works.
Okay, if there's one AI site builder you
Okay, we're running the ad. That's good. Let's see if the sound is working. Oh, let's see if this works. See if this works. Wonder how our audio levels are.
one AI site builder you
Okay. All right. Is there any problems with the stream? Any audio levels or anything like that? Let me know. I need to know that up front. You know, if there's any problems with the audio, please tell me. Hold on 1 second. If you got Discord or Telegram, please let everybody know I'm live. You know, hit up your local Discord, Telegram. Everybody needs to know that I'm live. Tell everybody that I'm live. Let's see, who all do we have here tonight? Who all do we have in the chat tonight? Eternal extrapolations? All right, I'm going to do one more audio functionality test. Let's see, who all do we have here tonight? Okay, sounds like the audio is good. Eternal extra. Okay, that's me doing an audio functionality test, listening to my own audio. Oh, so we don't have perfectly synchronized audio. Video and audio are not in sync. So we got like a latency problem. Okay. Well, tonight we're gonna have maybe Slingshot might call in and some other people might call in. Maybe if anybody wants to call in, this is kind of a call-in show, kind of sorta. But I kind of pre-screen people before they call in. So you know, if Vex wants to call in, Vex can call in. Slingshot Warrior can call in. Whoever can call in. So I think we'll get Slingshot Warrior in here probably momentarily, but I want to make sure everybody fills out the chat. You know, I want to see. You know, we don't have that many people in the chat yet, so I usually wait. You know, we weren't supposed to start until 9 o'clock, so you know, I usually start early. Most streamers start late. I like to start early. And this is kind of just the bullshit part of the stream where we wait for the chat to get filled out. And this is a good time to ask questions if anybody has any questions. Guys, by the way, if you for these young men out there getting into the dating world, this is really what you need. You need a riot shield and you need a helmet. Oh, I'm not on Twitter. I got kicked off Twitter. they don't believe in freedom of speech there. I didn't even get kicked off for any reason other than just I'm JordanJJereb. They're basically mad at me for stuff I did years ago. I didn't even say anything on there. They basically are just like kicked me off for no reason. So, you know, back in the day when I had Twitter, I didn't even really use it. The only thing I ever used Twitter for back in the day, even when I got banned from Twitter, was I used to use Twitter to like auto post videos from like my old YouTube channel that I had. You know, it was really ROF videos, and it would like auto. It was the ROF channel, and it would auto post ROF videos. But other than that, like I never have used Twitter except for like auto posting, like automatically posting shit. You know, um, but still got banned from Twitter, remarkably. You know, and then I got banned from X. You know, now that it's X, yeah, I got banned from X. So, you know, Facebook, and I will say this, right? People say a lot about YouTube. They say the YouTube censorship is out of control. YouTube is the only website that has given me a terms of service, and I've followed it to the letter. Like I've literally read the terms of service and I follow it to the letter, and they don't ban me. As long as I follow it to the letter and they let me be a YouTube partner and everything. So, you know, I can't advocate for certain political ideologies and stuff like that. And I can't, you know, I can't say dehumanizing things about entire groups of people. You know, I can't promote terrorism. I can't show nudity. Like there's a very specific set of rules of like what I can and can't do on YouTube. I can't show like gruesome violence, you know, and YouTube is the only platform that has been consistent with like when they say something's not allowed, they mean it. And I don't get banned for like random crap. And so that's why I like YouTube. You know, Facebook, I'm banned from Facebook. No explanation as to why. No explanation whatsoever. Uh X, I'm banned from X. No explanation. YouTube, every single time I've gotten in trouble with YouTube, they give me a specific explanation, or at least somewhat specific, right? So, you know, they'll say, okay, this violates our graphic content, you know, it's too violent or whatever, you know. So they're actually enforce the rules like in a way that's somewhat predictable, and you know what you can't do on this platform, right? Every other platform I use, um, I've just got banned for no reason. Because a crowd of liberals doesn't like me, and then it's that simple. You know, YouTube is honestly the only platform that has been like consistent with like what you say and what you do, right? So, of course, then again, you know, other people haven't had that same, you know, but they've been nice to me for some reason. All right, we got Slingshot calling in. Hey, Slingshot, we are live.
Okay. I'm just I gotta go to your channel so we can I could see.
Yeah, see what we're doing.
Yeah.
Um, did you let all your followers know that we were going live?
It was a little most of the followers I've known got subscribed to you. I'm in.
Okay, all right. So, well, we got Billy Badass in the chat tonight. We got Eternal X Extrapolations.
Yeah,
Hey,
I know that
it's the
guy.
Extrapolations.
Yes, I know that guy.
Yeah, he's
So we
good,
got
or
some of my
he's
followers. Yeah,
he's
he's
good,
not a bad
right?
guy.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
No,
we got like some followers in the chat.
well,
You know, man?
we could have some bad guys in the chat as long as they behave themselves. You know,
Yeah.
we just don't want, you know. Actually, I have a pretty low threshold for banning people from the chat. I don't think I've banned a single person from the chat. Maybe one.
Yeah.
Maybe like one. I don't know. I don't really have any mods or anything.
So what's the topic?
I was gonna let the chat decide if the chat had any. Um, yeah, eternal uh ex extrapolations. Like we can't talk about that book. You know, that's actually an example of, you know, that's like actually an example of why I stay on YouTube. You know, so yeah, a decade ago I did the audio book of a certain book, and it was controversial, and like I can't say anything good about that book on this stream because that would be in violation of the YouTube terms of service. Now, they can't force me to say anything bad about that book, but I can't say anything good about it either. That's how that works.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. Like one person in the chat one time, they're like, "How do you feel about Hitler?" And I said, "Well, I'm not allowed to say anything good about him." You know what I mean? Like, well, I'm not allowed to say anything good about him. And that's that. So, and again, that's
Yeah.
why I've stayed on this platform. I know that a lot of people are obsessed with like World War II era politics that is irrelevant to today's world too.
It
That's
is
another thing.
very relevant. It's not. I mean, things are not the same. You
Yeah.
know.
I don't know why a lot of white guys. I will say this. I don't know why a lot of white guys are obsessed with LARPing as Nazis. Like, I don't get it. I mean, as a guy that was when I was younger, I was part of a white militia, but like I wasn't LARPing as like a Nazi. Like, we had our own flag, we had our own ideology. It wasn't Nazi. Everybody says I'm a Nazi or a Klansman. Like,
Yeah.
I'm neither of those
Oh
things.
yeah, like I had someone contact me. A friend of mine said you had
Yeah.
clan tattoos. I was like,
I mean,
oh, that's
I
yeah,
mean, I have a set of political beliefs that's outside of the mainstream. Even conservatives wouldn't like it, but I'm way far to the right of a conservative, 100%. But it
yeah,
doesn't mean that I'm a Nazi or a Klansman either. But I'm definitely way far to the right of anybody you see on TV. Let me put it that way.
yeah,
Right? And I do worship Odin, and I do love my heritage. I love my culture, right? But YouTube's terms of service says I cannot promote certain people, certain ideologies, so I'm not going to do that. But I will say this: when I was younger, I really wasn't doing that then either. Like, ROF was its own thing. It wasn't like I never have I larped at like been a larper that like larps as a Nazi. I just haven't
oh yeah,
done that. You know what I mean? That's an old dead political ideology from like it's almost 100 years ago. I mean, it's just old, and I think I think a lot of young white guys want to LARP as Nazis, and they want me to promote that specific LARP. And I'm like,
that
why
really
don't?
doesn't work. That really doesn't
Yeah,
get people on the side.
it
Okay.
reminds me of
It
Chris
really doesn't.
Chan making Sonichu. Like, he
Yeah,
combined Pikachu and Sonic, and it's like, bro, just draw your own cartoon character. Like, why do you have to? And so that's what I say. Like, okay, you like peace through strength and unity, and you want to live in a homogenous society and whatever. Like, you can make your own pantheon. I don't even know how to describe it. Like, you can make your own empire. You don't have to like copy off of Hitler, and like it doesn't make sense. Like, you don't have to copy like things that have already been done a million times. Like, I
yeah,
understand wanting to preserve your culture, your heritage, your race and all that. I get it. And I understand liking certain values and ideas and stuff like that. But literally LARPing is Hitler. I don't know. I just don't think as an
yeah,
adult that pays taxes and owns a farm, I really just scratch my head at that. Now, I
yeah,
understand when people are having fun in a Discord server. Like, I understand when people are like having a good time in Telegram or whatever, and it's like, if it's a meme, okay. But like, for real world, trying to make the world a better place, I just don't think that's productive. I don't think that. Why are you going to throw your life away for an ideology that the general public is never going to get behind? It's just a LARP. You know what I mean?
oh,
And I know people that
yeah,
are doing 10, 20 years in prison over a LARP.
yeah,
It's just not good. I've seen nothing good come of that. And a lot of people, a lot of younger white guys that watch me think that I'm like a Nazi, and like they think that I'm like dog whistling all types of Nazi stuff. And I honestly, I think white people have the right to exist 100%. but
We're
I don't.
Americans, okay?
Yeah, that's what I
I
mean.
think
Like
we can
we're
do that. We are Americans.
yeah, or
I mean, if
Floridians
you
if you
want
believe in
to look
states' rights.
towards, if you want to look towards something that looking for, like I'm Southern, I'm from the South, right? Although I'm up north, my family, both sides of my family come from the South and fought in the Civil War. Why don't you try the
Yeah.
Confederate flag in your
Well,
own backyard?
yeah, and that's true. And the Republic of Florida was big on the states' rights thing. You know, like Republic of Florida. Everybody says Republic of Florida was a neo-Nazi organization, right? And the truth of the
Yeah.
matter is, like Republic of Florida, were there some members of ROF that like were along? Yeah, sure, 100%. But ROF was never like a Nazi group, not really. I mean, it was a white group, but it wasn't a Nazi group. And I think there's like a distinction to be made there. Um, and again, I'm not afraid to be associated with somebody that's on a Nazi LARP. Like if I have a friend and he happens to be a LARPer and that's his exact strain of autism is he wants to be like Hitler or whatever. I'm not gonna like disown this person and never hang out with them. But like me
For me, I just
personally,
want to see the American flag behind me. It's just that's
yeah, me
I'm
me
American. I
me
accept that.
personally, I don't want to LARP as a Nazi. It's 2025, and I care about my culture, my heritage. You know what I mean? And I worship Odin, and I want my kids to look like me. And I don't want to be in a country where like my people are like the minority. But I don't think that makes me literally a Nazi, and I don't want to like LARP
You
as a
know, if
Nazi.
I think if anything, let's say hypothetically, I've always said that Alaska is a place where a lot of whites are going to move to. I mean, things get
Yeah.
too diverse.
Well, the
I'll
reason
tell
I,
you why, because the environment doesn't suit a lot of brown people
yeah,
and black people.
I think there's definitely places where certain people do better because it's more like where their ancestors came from. I think we
Yeah.
are biologically, but anyways, aside from that, the reason I'm bringing all this up is because there's people that are in the Fire Rises community, and I'm speaking directly to the Fire Rises community. I don't mind that I am in a fictional video game being depicted as being a member of Adam Waffen Division, one of their generals. I don't care. Like, I don't mind that, right? That being said, it is a video game. This is how Stephen Ogg kind of feels about Grand Theft Auto 5. Like that's the
Yeah.
game version of me. In The Fire Rises, I'm depicted as being the general of like a neo-Nazi army. But I just want to make sure everybody knows that is a work of fiction. That is a fictional thing. I'm not trying to be the leader of a neo-Nazi army. I'm running to be. I want to be the sheriff of Wakulla County. I'm going to be running for sheriff. I'm a business owner. I'm a tax-paying citizen. I have a legitimate operation. I grow peaches. I grow oranges. I'm a citrus farmer, business owner, and I'm law-abiding, right? And so I want to make
That's
that
good.
clear because like there's some
You could
people.
also, if you wanted to, and
Yeah.
since you do citrus and fruits, you could also grow watermelon.
Yeah, I could. I could. And by the
And
way,
for
that
those,
was that
and
that was
and
the dog
and
whistle they were looking for. We made a
well,
watermelon reference.
oh, I'm
There's the
lucky,
dog
and
whistle. Yeah.
I like watermelon. I don't know why food has got to be some racial consciousness or shit like that. I mean, I
Watermelon's
grew up on
racist.
Southern food. I mean, I grew up on fried chicken, cornbread. I ate watermelon during the summertime. You
Yeah.
know,
Well,
I
look,
mean, it's
I'm not gonna lie to you. I really love fried chicken, watermelon, and grape soda.
not so much in grape soda.
Why
But
not? Grape soda is great,
I'm a root beer
especially
kind of guy.
especially now that grape is like is like a code word for something terrible.
Yeah.
Sam Hyde did a funny skit where he took this girl on a date and he just like I don't know if you guys have seen the Sam Hyde skit where like it's like Sam Hyde first date questions and stuff. You know, I
Yeah.
think I think I'm gonna start doing comedy skits, but they're gonna be like Doomsday Prepper oriented comedy skits. That's what I think I'm gonna do. Like that's kind of what's on video now with me and Nicole.
Now, I do love the new Maryland Summer Camouflage.
Oh yeah, that was good that we put that together. Um,
Yeah.
the autism division. Who's running the autism division? I used to run a. Oh, I used to run an autism division, the autism waffen division, right? Bro, these guys got me in the Fire Rises in a green boonie hat that has a ROF flag on it. But instead of making ROF a faction, they literally just like made it in the game world that ROF disbanded, and then I joined Atomwaffen.
Oh boy.
It's crazy. You know what I mean? It's really crazy. I'll be right back. I gotta go get something. You know.
All right. Well, I was gonna talk about my.
Go ahead.
I was gonna talk about a new live stream I'm gonna do tomorrow. This one's gonna be interesting. This stream is gonna be for the ladies. Now, a lot of ladies really don't understand men, and a lot of times you get advice from women, from men that about men that they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
They're lying to you, or they're basically they just don't know anything and they're just making shit up.
I just want to say something real quick. This weird old man came by my house.
Yeah.
Like, and I think his name was James Monson or something, and he left. He had like a like black pants and a brown dress shirt on, and he gave me this book, this Siege book, and I don't even know what it is. I don't Siege. What's that? I don't. What the hell is this? This old man, his name is James. He came by my house, and like he gave me this, and he gave me this other book, some Turner Diaries. I've never seen these books in my entire life.
I've heard about that book.
I don't know anything about these books. It's just weird shit, you know. And these people keep coming by my house. You know, I had 8 people show up in skull mask, and they had like this mismatched camouflage. And then all my neighbors' catalytic converters went missing. It was just insane. You know, the Atomwaffen came through this area. They done stole all the catalytic converters.
Sounds like Antifa or just regular milk thugs.
And all the teenage girls have gone missing. And then there's like a dead goat in my front yard. And I don't know what's going on here. But
boy.
Anyways, I just wanted to kind of, I wanted to get that off my chest.
Remember we were talking about raising goats and egg farming.
Yeah.
Ooh. You know?
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah,
we were talking about.
Yeah, I was gonna do that with I was gonna do that with Nicole. You know, but look, man, I got a message to old man James Monson or whoever, James Mason. Stop leaving books at my house. What is this? This Siege book? I've never heard of it my whole life. And this book about this guy named Turner. Stop leaving these weird books at my house. I don't know what is.
I'm familiar with the Turner Diaries.
What is the Turner Diaries? I've never heard of it. I've never
it was
seen.
By Dr. William Pierce, I think it was. It's a fictional account of how basically like a race war. You know what I mean?
Oh. Well, why are all these weird guys showing up in camouflage and stealing all the Look, weird things that happened in this neighborhood the last couple days, okay? A bunch of men with skull masks and camouflage showed up in the neighborhood. All the catalytic converters are missing. All the teenage girls are gone. And there's a dead goat in my front yard. You got this weird old man named James leaving this book called Siege in my front yard. I don't know what the hell is going on here. You know, it's probably Antifa, because Antifa are the real Nazis. We all know that. And it's
I think they're just, here's the thing. I say call them for what they are. They're communists.
Yeah.
Okay. Communists let's be honest here. Communists have killed more people.
Yeah, they're definitely communist.
Communists
But
have killed more people than than any fascist regime. You know what I mean?
yeah,
More than Mussolini, more than Hitler. You know what I mean? They
yeah,
have taken more lives. I mean, billions of people have been dead because during the Soviet Union, Mao Zedong. You know what
yeah.
I mean?
That's true.
And let's be honest here. These socialist ideas are very much toxic femininity.
For those
These
that just
they're
tuned in, our guest is Slingshot Warrior. One of them asked who my guest is. Slingshot Warrior's on a lot.
yeah.
Um, I really want Vex to call in, but we'll have Vex call in probably after you in a little bit, okay? If we can get Vex
Oh
to
yeah.
call in. For those that know who Vex is, please tell Vex that I want him to call in.
Oh yeah. And there's a lot of things, pretty soon we'll be doing the winter camo, winter Maryland camo, which will be pretty good. You
Yeah,
know?
we can develop. I mean, we need good photos for that. That's the only thing. So we gotta wait till the actual season comes. But have you seen the eyeball camo on my site?
Oh yeah. I think that's
That's
that's more for the back rooms, if you know what I mean.
uh no, it's really I wanted to make something that was Halloween, kind of Halloween-ish. You
Yeah.
know.
Oh,
Hold on one second.
I'm talking about. You never know where the back rooms are.
Bathrooms. Oh, your
The
eyeballs all over the
room,
place.
the back rooms.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, I watched a lot of these videos. Okay, and I'm a fan of it. I'll be honest with you, even though it's like a Gen Z thing. Basically, it is kind of like it's Kane Pixels. It's basically kind of like a horror kind of thing where you get no clip like into another dimension, like a pocket dimension called the
Yeah.
back rooms. And there's different levels, and there's all these nasty entities trying to kill you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like you can't get out of this weird place. I mean, it's familiar, but it's also unfamiliar at the same
That
time.
does sound familiar. I'm stuck in an
Yeah,
awful place and I can't leave.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
liminal space.
It sounds very familiar, you know. Like it sounds like prison. Yeah, I've been there before, you know.
Liminal
Uh,
space, yeah. Except in this particular place, it's more like run for your life. More like you gotta creep around or defend yourself against not against people. You know what I mean? Against those entities. Like we're
yeah,
talking about monsters. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And they want to eat you. You know what I mean? It's like
Okay,
so. There's different levels, and there's different levels you can go to, and you
yeah.
got something called no clipping.
I'm
Basically,
gonna go to your channel, okay?
okay.
I'm gonna go to your channel. I just want everybody to see what your channel is.
Oh yeah, I've done a lot of great things on my channel.
Yeah,
I've I've introduced you to primitive weapons.
yeah, you have. Yeah. Well, guys, this is Slingshot Warrior channel. Slingshot Warrior is essentially a primitive weapons expert, and I definitely recommend you guys subscribe to Slingshot Warrior if you haven't already, because he does some interesting stuff on there.
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, we like getting primitive around here.
yeah.
We're into the, speaking of primitivism. Check this out real quick.
Okay.
I'll display the ad. Oh no.
Come, tribe, let us make fire.
Here we go.
Phone, bad, make, mad,
We're doing.
mad, make,
You know who else is
life, very healthy. Me would rather run free than serve the needs of the wealthy. Me no want your factories that squeeze me to capital knees. Kill the birds and all the bees. Me would rather flee to trees.
Hold on one second.
Anthem. Tribe member dead? Very sad, very sad. From a scrape on his head? Very sad, very sad. No way to prevent this, no, that's all. No way to prevent this, so yours falls. Me no libertarian, no boogaloo. Only booga we do is ooga booga boo. Ooga booga 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 boo. Ooga booga 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 boo. Sing anthem, 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 anthem. And don't even get anthem started on Industrial Revolution. This may surprise you, but anthem no think Industrial Revolution very good at all. Anthem, 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 anthem. Transhumanism, big mistake. Me no want no chip in brain. Phone bad, big mistake. Electricity, big mistake. Agriculture, big mistake. Everything, big mistake. Me speak of tribes that unify, not atomize, tried on the vine. Me speak of love and not of hate, but even speaking, big mistakes. So ooga, booga, ooga, booga, ooga, booga, ooga, booga, booga, boo.
That's
So-
a big dog.
So, you know, I think we need anarcho-primitivism. I think we need to, like, Ted Kaczynski was right. We need to, not really, I'm kidding. Don't send any mail bombs, please.
No, it's not. I don't see it like that. What I see is that
Nah,
basically it's
I know,
like,
I just wanted to troll a little bit.
I know. But let me explain my position. My position is that, a lot of people are reliant on modern technology to survive.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be a downfall for a lot of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you just rely on modern technology
Yeah.
to save your ass, what happens when that modern technology goes away? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you have no other skills besides the skills of the modern world. So I think it's essential to actually get reacquainted with the skills of our ancestors. You
Yeah.
know?
So what do you think about Yakub?
What is that? Who is that?
Well, Yakub is our creator, you know. You know,
Well,
we was
I don't-
created by a nigga. So what do you think about Kangs, you know? Surprise, surprise,
Oh,
racists. We were created by a black man. Yakub, the black scientist, I actually sell Yakub merchandise, you know? But yeah, it's, surprise, surprise, white supremacist. Yeah, we were created
Hello,
by a
Sabrina.
black
How you
man.
doing?
You see Yakub right there, right?
Yeah.
And so Yakub was a black scientist who had a huge head because he was just that smart. So his brain was huge. He was a, black scientist. And one day he got bored and he's like, you know what? I'm going to create some white people. And he did.
Uh,
And then he also gave us technology, but it was tricknology. It wasn't good technology. So everything we invent as white people is wicked and evil and immoral because of the tricknology. And
I want to shout out to Sabrina. She's here.
Sabrina's
Sabrina,
here.
I'm going to be doing a stream tomorrow. It's going to be
So,
for the ladies.
We got
it's-
Coral Weezer. Coral, that's like Carl Weezer, like Jimmy Neutron, is in the chat. I get the joke. Hey Dan, what's going on? We got Dan in the chat. We got Don in the chat. We got Billy Badass in the chat. But I just want to say every morning I wake up and I thank Yakub for creating white people. And yeah, bro, it's like most people don't know this, but like white people were invented by Yakub.
Yeah. if this is the god that blacks are worshiping, I mean, they're
So I remember
really,
Hermes was going around asking random people, like, what did black people invent? Bro, black people invented white people. There would be no white people without Yakub. Yakub is the reason we're here. There's another picture of Yakub, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, this is like,
I hear about this we was kings kind of stuff. Um, but yeah, so can I ask you something? What primitive weapons would you like to try using? Uh, Jordan?
oh man, I really want to look at those slingshots, you know?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, that's a good start.
Shannon Shannon
Lewis, oh
Rice
man,
Lewis is in the
I
chat.
follow him. Not on my direct channel, but yeah, I followed his work. He talks about a lot of interesting stuff. Now, I'm
Wait, you're
about to
saying
do a live.
we got a big guy in our chat?
Yeah, dude, this
Shannon
guy's
Rice, how
big.
big is he?
He's pretty big. He talks about the difference between men and women and how messed up things are in the West.
Ah,
Um,
well, that's cool. We got a big guy in the chat. Yeah. Hey, Shannon Rice, stick around just for a second. No, he needs to see this video. Hey, Shannon Rice, you still with us?
yeah,
Are you
I
still
just
with
want
us?
to know.
Okay, hold on one second, Shannon Rice. There's a video I want you to see. This is a big MGTOW guy, right?
Yeah,
Okay, I want you to let you know, check it out, man. This is what every young man entering the dating world needs to see right here. This video right here. This is what you need to be successful in the dating world right now. You need to have a riot shield, and you need to have, elbow and knee pads. You need to have a helmet. You need to have all that shit. Because these women, their domestic violence goes unreported, and they arrest the man every time. And you can't defend yourself when they attack you, right? And these girls, when they smoke marijuana when they're teenagers, they actually have a lot of evidence that they develop schizophrenia. You see what I'm saying? And so these women are going crazy in their 30s, and yeah, so you need to have a riot shield. You need to have knee pads, elbow pads. You need to have all that. You need to have riot armor. If you don't have riot armor, you don't talk to any girls, don't date any girls until you have basic riot control training. Okay, so you guys are talking about, oh, I want to get a girlfriend and settle down, maybe get married. Bro, you got no business even talking to women until you own at least a riot shield, but you definitely need to get a helmet and some elbow pads and some knee pads. These women are fucking dangerous. They're attacking men. You know what I mean? It's they're dangerous as hell. So I'm just letting you know, man, mess with women at your own risk without a riot shield and a helmet. My ex threw a blow dryer at my eye and gave me a black eye.
oh,
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Nah, it's what Shannon Rice Lewis says. Let's look at his channel. How big is his channel? Is he really a big dude?
pretty big. I mean, it's not. I wouldn't say it's huge. I'm thinking it's about my size, but it's like
Oh,
big in
he's
the
got
community.
25K subscribers.
Yeah,
We got a big dog in here, and he's got animations and everything.
yeah, he's done some pretty cool stuff. He's like,
Yeah, we got a big dog in the chat. We got a fellow big dog. I'm not as big as him yet, but I'd be okay with doing a collab with him. You know, I don't know if
yeah,
I don't know if I'm really MGTOW per se. Um, I'm like
um,
MGTOW light kind of. You
well,
know.
I would say it's manosphere is what it is. It's manosphere. There's
Oh,
different schools of thought. You know what I mean?
okay. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I'm definitely like I understand men that go their own way. I think MGTOW could be a temporary. Um, like we could have like a giant. You know how there's like strikes, like workers go on strike. We could go on like a woman strike. You know what I mean? Like we'll have an International Men's Day where like we don't have sex with women, we don't do anything for women. Like we just like everything's gonna just be man shit. Just for one day.
Men's
For one day. We're not
Yeah.
gonna do any favors for women. We're not gonna
There
hold
is
door open for them. We're not
there is
gonna
an
just
International
one day.
Men's Day, but there is an International Men's Day actually.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not against women. I just think women need to realize the way the modern world works sucks for men. It's not fun being a man in like 2000. You
Well,
know,
I have some good news, and this is the what I wanted to do in my other stream, so I'll talk about it here. You know, ladies, I'm going to say this to the ladies out here: your cushy office jobs, they're going to go away soon.
well, yeah,
They're
they're
going to
not
go
they're
away.
not funded anymore by the federal government. You had a
No,
bunch of
it's not just that.
artificially propped up jobs that the federal government was paying for and subsidizing.
Yeah, I mean, the boss babe era is going to end. You know what's going to end all these office jobs, these female office
Well,
jobs?
there's
Guess
no
what's going to end?
taxpayer funded
AI.
DEI stuff anymore.
Oh, no. What's going to end it is AI. AI is going to take those jobs, artificial
Oh yeah,
intelligence.
absolutely. That's the first thing to go. AI is taking that right away. Like this
I do
Excel
predict.
spreadsheet
Wow.
bullshit, that's going away right away. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. Check it out. Now, there's good news for women. You won the genetic lottery. All you got to do is find some chud that makes some money, and you're just gonna have to move in with chud. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's no big deal. It's just realistically, bro. Like, you're probably a lot of women are gonna end up marrying a guy that looks like this, and it's okay, bro. This is the way things
Well,
were.
I'll put it this way. A lot of men are going to, a lot, right now, a lot of the working class skilled labor is making a lot more. Actually, a lot of like welders, plumbers, electricians make tons of money.
Yeah,
You know how much money they make? I mean,
yeah, and he's gonna have some money. He's gonna like, you're gonna have like a chud, and I don't think like plumbers are really. I don't think AI is gonna replace plumbers. It's hard to get a
no.
robot that can hang pipe. I mean, come on,
Yeah.
like
So
that's not
the
gonna
way
be
I see
easy.
it, AI is going to take a lot of the women's office jobs. Now,
Yeah,
what I think what we'll see is basically conflict, a future conflict or basically a future competition between already blue collar women,
yeah,
let's say blue collar white women versus the newly basically former white collar women who don't have lost their jobs. So they're going to go running towards what they before they look down upon blue collar men. I think when the AI takes their jobs, they're going to
yeah.
see blue collar men in a different light after that. But
What,
to
what do
my
you
brothers out there,
what do you guys think about this? Are you guys gonna step up and be a man and help? My son Shaden is my world. If you're not man enough to step up, you
that
better
kind of looks
swipe
like me.
left.
That kind of looks like me. That
Hey,
picture you
hey,
showed,
yo, yo, yo.
that cartoon.
My son Shaden. Look, you gotta add an extra D or an extra E or an extra N or something. Like, you know how many babies I've seen? I'm gonna tell you something that, like, like lower class girls, regardless of race, this isn't even a race thing. Lower class girls, they give their kids weird names. So like you'll have like a kid and his name is Kaden, but then it's like a Y and then an N and then like another N. Like it's just weird, like Kaden or like Hayden, but like the spelling of
This is
Hayden is like really weird. Yeah, like it'll be
this is
like oh yeah, Aiden is like my son Aiden is my world. It's always
um,
Jaden, Braden,
I,
Aiden, Caden, and there's always like an extra N and an
I,
unnecessary Y. All right.
by the way, shout out to Window Licker. He came into the chat. I don't see him anymore, but
Where's Window
he was in
Licker?
the chat. He's one of mine.
Yeah, I love Window Licker. I have several Window Lickers as well. Yeah, he's one of mine. we love our Window Lickers.
I'll put it this way: this is women naming. When women
Yeah,
get a choice to name the kids, they put these weird names. For example, when I was growing up, when let's say my father was naming his sons, like me, he named us simple names like Teddy,
yeah.
Tyler. I mean, for me, Justin. You know, I knew back in the day when I was growing, I knew guys named
Well,
Dave.
my mom named me Jordan because she loves Michael Jordan. She absolutely loves Michael. No, I'm just kidding. I've just heard black guys tell me that a million times. Your mom must have loved Michael Jordan. Like, I mean, all my black friends in prison, they're like, your mom must have loved Michael Jordan. Like, yeah, that's what it is. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what it is. My mom was just absolutely fucked up about Michael Jordan. Absolutely. You know, my buddy Christopher Pinckney, you know, he's a black guy. He's probably my best black friend that I have. He gets out of prison Thanksgiving of this year. He's getting out of prison.
Yeah.
And this dude's like a comedian. I call him the Black Sam Hyde because like his whole thing is he makes really edgy like chud jokes all day. And like when this guy gets out of prison, this is probably like I'm going to invite him over to Jereb Farm. Like we're going to do some like comedy skits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're definitely going to do comedy skits with my black friend Christopher Pinckney. This is my like, and I don't really get along with a lot of black people, but when I do get along with a black person, like me and that black person are like very close. You know what I mean? Like normally I don't hang out with black people, but me and Christopher Pinckney we're very close friends. Huh?
You'll be funny to watch. If someone could do this in AI, a black guy hang gliding. That would be funny.
I bet you Christopher Pinckney would go hang gliding because he's into that kind of shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but he's the kind of guy, like, he's the kind of black guy that doesn't make me feel bad for being white. That's why I really like Christopher Pinckney.
Yeah.
You know, that's why he's my friend. He doesn't make me feel bad for being white. He doesn't make me feel guilty about it. I don't gotta walk on eggshells around him or anything like that.
Let's talk about the UFO sightings you've been experiencing lately.
Yeah, so helicopters all over my fucking property, guys. And there's UFOs on my property, and I'm having weird dreams about aliens and shit. And like this all started, I'm not gonna lie to you, I went and I did Datura, which is, you should never do Datura. You're guaranteed a bad trip. But Native American tribe warriors would do Datura because it would confront your dark side. And then I did psilocybin, and I did a meditation, and then I went to sleep, and then I met with these beings that looked like praying mantises. And I had it had a conversation that seemed to have lasted 2 days. And I don't want to go into everything that these mantis beings told me, but somewhat recently, it might have been like 2.5 weeks ago. I think it was the 9th or the 10th. I had missing time. A whole day went by and I didn't know where I was. I don't remember anything that happened, and I had a weird puncture mark on my stomach, like something like a needle had gone into my stomach, and it was sore. It felt like something sharp had been poked into my stomach. And then that following day, there was a triangular shaped UFO, and it had 3 lights on it, like spotlights that were shining down. It was a foggy morning. I remember that. And there was a blinking red light in the center of this craft. So I personally, I'm about to go under regressive hypnosis. I actually contacted a lady that volunteered she's going to come out here and she's going to put me under regressive hypnosis. I really think I was abducted by aliens. I really and truly believe that I was taken up into a spaceship and abducted by aliens. That's what I think. I don't remember any of it though.
To ask you, you're familiar that Florida is like a UFO hotspot, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially this area. And another thing is some of my neighbors saw the craft. So, I mean, it's not like I'm the only person that saw this. Multiple people have been seeing this weird shit in the sky, and then a couple nights ago, orbs showed up, and they were way high in the sky. I didn't really get a good look at them, but right after the orbs showed up, I was doing CE5 meditations. Technically, it wasn't a CE5 meditation. I have this other meditation that I do that's more of a deliberate act than a meditation, where I aggressively project my will into the night sky. It's a different type of, it's not a meditation. It's more like an aggressive ceremony, if that makes any sense. I project my will into the night sky, and I've also used Nordic runes to I've O Thala Tivaz. It's I forgot what it's called. Galder. When you actually use the runes and you actually invoke the runes. And so I've been doing my Odinic meditations, projecting it into the sky though. You know what I mean? And these freaking orbs show up in the sky, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. But they're really high up, and they're like these little green dots, but they don't move like normal aircraft. They look like some kind of firefly that's on crack, right? Well, not long after that, all these helicopters show up, and the freaking military or somebody, some government agency with a bunch of helicopters is up there. I don't know if it was the Air Force or what, but there was at least 2 helicopters up there, and then I saw drones that were everywhere. It's like, what the fuck? My entire property was lit up with these aircraft, and then I see all of these, and I got some of this I got on video. When I did that live stream a few nights ago, there was these unmarked SUVs that were like black SUVs that were kind of going down the road, and we have a loop. There's only one way in and one way out where I have my land. So it's weird. It's weird. A lot of weird shit happened this week. A lot of this past month.
You know, I've listened to a lot of these UFO stories. One of them when they're visited by Men in Black, and like I think the best thing to do if you're asked about this is like act like you never saw anything. I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
didn't.
I think something's going on with Three Eye Atlas. And they had this one guy they interviewed that said that there's different things coming out, and the consensus is something is going to happen next year around Easter. The people I've talked to, and then also the the people in the community, the general consensus is that something big with UFOs, some type of alien disclosure or something, is probably going to happen around Easter of next year. That's what everybody's saying.
That's awesome.
And there's some pretty important people that have governmental security clearances and stuff that have said that. I'm making my desk go up. Hold on. See how the fire rises. The desk is rising. I've got my desk in the up position so I can stand up now. All right, let me take a look at let's see what the chat's doing. Could be Blue Beam. Yeah, could be. Oh, we got a Chinese man in the chat. Ching tong ching. What's going on, Chinaman?
Chinese.
It says message retracted.
I will say that, man, the Chinese food is pretty good.
The Chinese Communist Party has retracted this poor man's message. This man is trying to speak out against the horrors and the oppression of the Chinese Communist Party. And look, it says message retracted. I wonder who retracted it. I wonder who. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Sabrina says Jordan is a good name. Thank you. I'm glad she says my name is good. You know.
I do too, Sabrina.
So let's see. Let me check my text messages. See if anybody else is trying to call in tonight. Doesn't look like it.
Yes, pepper steak. One of my favorite is like shrimp lo mein and sesame seed chicken combo.
Yeah. Yeah. Chinese food.
Yep.
We love Chinese food. I like Chinese food.
Okay, Dan. Awesome.
So let's get something else up on the screen other than Chud. I'm sure we can find something else to put on the screen other than. Let's look at. Is Shannon Rice Lewis still in the chat? We could watch one of his videos. Is he?
Left.
Oh, he left. He just stuck his head in, huh? He didn't stick around.
I was going to tell him what I was going to ask him what his thoughts on these emerging like sex robots, But,
sex robots.
gonna ask him about that, but nah, it's okay.
I'm gonna start telling the next girl I have sex with. I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna say, look, you better do better than a robot. I'm telling you, on behalf of your entire gender, like on behalf of my entire gender, if this is not better than a robot, oof, oof, this better be better than what a robot can do. No, because if you're gonna lay there like a dead fish, you know what I mean? No, there's no point. If you're gonna think about it, if you're gonna lay there like a dead fish, there's no point in us continuing this. We might as well, we might as well switch to robots.
I'll put it this way, Sabrina, there will be, but I don't think it'll be as popular because women are more complicated. They want more complicated relationships with men. Men don't care as long as the female robot shuts up, basically, gives them, some booty. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
men
A
men
hit
want to
from
men
them,
want to come and then
and
go to sleep.
yeah, and just or it's just like,
I mean, yeah, we're capable of falling in love, but I mean, after we've had our hearts destroyed a million times, it's kind of hard to fall in love. You know?
and this is what I was gonna say. Some of the things I was gonna say in my other stream. A lot of times, women are told things by other women about men that are just absolute bullshit.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
and a lot of times, women these days they just don't understand how men think.
Yeah.
They don't. And the easiest way to be men are honest. Men, if you talk to a man, they will tell you more than a woman will tell a man how they think. So if you want to know how a man thinks, you have to ask a man, but you have to be prepared for the answer. The answer might not be to your liking, you know. It might not be something you want to hear. You know what I mean? Might hurt your feelings a little bit.
Our viewers are
I,
getting the JordanJJereb eating wavy potato chips ASMR experience.
And the thing is that feminism is told that men and women are the same. We think the same. We are the same. No, we're not. We're not. This whole gender is a social construct thing is bullcrap. We both know that. Men have different goals in life. We
What do you
have
know
different.
about Mouse Utopia?
I think something about it. Yes, I've seen the video of it. It's been a while since I've seen it.
Have you seen What If Alt Hist videos?
Anyway, but the point is that men and women are different. Okay,
Have you seen
we're
What If
we
Alt Hist? What If Alt
we're,
Hist, the
we're
YouTube channel?
Well, it's like we're two components, and we complement each other. But you have to understand. But in order for women to basically, I think it's the lack of understanding, and a lot of times you don't listen to men, and you listen to other women about men, and they don't know what the hell they're talking about. You know, you know.
You know what's funny? I'll tell you what's funny, right? Men can get good advice about women from other men, but women can't get
Yeah,
good advice from men from other women. That's pretty funny.
yeah. It is interesting to me.
Yeah.
I've heard women on videos say that men love to be treated like shit, like by women. I'm like, are you kidding? That's the worst advice you can give to other women. That is the exact opposite of that. You know what I mean?
I don't think women like to be treated like shit per se. I think it's a little more
But
complicated than that.
I have had basically women. I've had a video where a woman gives advice to other women where, well, basically men really want you to treat them like crap. I'm like, no, you know what I mean? That's going to get your relationship to fail.
Yeah.
Men want a woman who's going to treat a man with respect, and that's the difference.
Yeah. All right.
You
So
need
what's
a You need a better fence, bro. I mean,
Why?
I'm,
What's wrong with my fence?
it's a good fence. It's chain link, but I get a higher barrier. I make it higher. You know what I mean?
It's
Much
already
higher.
6 feet tall.
It is?
Yeah.
I guess I was wrong.
Yeah, it's tall. It's not like a short one. It'd be hard to climb over. And then I have concertina wire that I could add to it if I want to, and I could attach it quickly because I keep concertina wire and I keep a bunch of zip ties in case I ever needed to get it, tougher than it is now.
For me, if my personal fence would probably be like a barrier that where you can't see inside the fence, but that's just me. You know what I mean?
I could put slats through it, but my fence is so far, like, that's like my inner perimeter. I have a wall
Yeah.
of trees and bushes and thorn bushes and shit. Like, you can't even see my property from the road. Like,
Yeah.
basically, I have so much privacy. I'm out in the middle of nowhere. It doesn't really matter.
So this is a little. I'm just. Thank you. That's awesome. You got a nice piece of property. But
Mm.
this is just some just common sense things. Men and women have different goals. Okay, different aspirations. We have different ways of thinking, and a lot of times women do not understand how men think, and they get advice from other women, and they don't listen to men.
Men are simple. We're
They're
we're
simple.
simple creatures. We don't want a bunch of complicated shit. Like, we just want to, like, if you look at how
Peace.
we live our life day to day, we got our hobbies and our projects we work on, and it's that simple. Like, there's no, you know, like, women are overly complicated creatures, and like, you have to play a million questions to try to see like what they want, whereas like a man will just be very direct and just tell you what he wants, especially if he's a real
That's
man.
very true. And women don't. Men are direct, and women don't understand that. And men are direct, and women are cryptic because
Yeah.
women will tell you bullshit. I really like nice guys, but they're not really attracted to that. It's like
Well,
a
I
lot of
mean,
bullshit.
overly nice men will surrender, and they'll let the enemies overrun the compound. So
Yeah.
you don't want to hook up with an overly nice man. An overly nice man won't be able to defend the compound, won't be able to keep the kids safe. That's why they say girls
True.
like
And
jerks. A girl would
I've been
rather
there with
have a girl would rather have a badass jerk than a soft, nice, kind guy that's just going to surrender.
and I've learned this lesson in a lot of ways. For example, I have a lot of women who come to my streams. They don't like me very much, but they respect me. They want to hear what I have to say. You know, for some,
Yeah.
they say they absolutely despise me, but they keep coming to my streams. I mean,
Yeah. I'm looking at Depressed Ginger. Depressed Ginger did some very weird. What is this shit?
I've had this for probably over a year at this point.
You guys looking at this?
Massive, massive Lego set. Well,
I don't
technically
know.
it's not Lego, but if put into context, if this was a Lego set,
One
and
of
it's
my
the exact
favorite
same
kind of
blocks,
girls is the
exact
redhead
same
girls. You know what I mean?
scale,
Yeah. Yeah,
it just can't
absolutely.
be called Lego. But if this was a
Some
Lego
people like
just
blondes, but I'm
anecdotally,
redhead.
set,
just anecdotally speaking, redheads are like the best in bed. I don't know why. And I'm
They
not
are
saying there's a
the
scientific.
I have one. Oh God, they are the best. It's like being with no other woman.
Yeah, I don't
They
know
just have
why. Like, especially ones with like Scottish ancestry,
Yeah.
and it's yeah, I don't know why. They're very good in bed.
this would be the biggest Lego set they've ever produced.
Oh
I think
man,
4,000
it's
pieces.
like being with no other woman.
I've had it for over a year.
You know,
I think
I
I've had
my
it in a
last girlfriend was
detailed area.
redhead, and the type of intimacy I'll say with her was amazing. It was amazing. I was like,
So guys, this is what a woman wants right here on the screen. A man that will put together a Lego house that's this big.
yeah, bro.
100%. You could put together a Lego house this big. This is the number one thing. Listen, if you have a Tinder dating profile, don't even fucking post yourself. Literally just post this Lego house as your profile picture. and then you'll get all the girls, 100%.
Another thing, a lot
I'm
of
kidding.
times, this is another thing I'm going to say. A lot of times, social media has has inflated, like less attractive women's egos. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Where they think that they can act like like a hot chick. A hot
yeah,
chick can get away with acting like a bitch. Okay, you cannot. You know what I mean? You know,
yeah,
they used to know that back in the day, around the early. They knew that if they weren't the hot chick, they had to be nice. You know what I mean?
yeah. What do you guys think about this mysterious slime shit from Panama? Have you guys heard about this?
Nah, I haven't heard anything about it.
Is this a science project, or is this like, is there really something to it?
I don't know.
They
You know
say
what
it's
this
like a
reminds me
weird.
of?
Look at that thing. Look at
You know what
that
that
shit.
reminds me of? Zach, he's a Lego maniac. Remember that commercial?
Yeah, well, look at this shit right there, bro. That shit's just weird. What is that? And he said that
Well,
the goo originally came out of a meteorite. Yeah,
oh
I
yeah, I
don't
heard
know.
about
Like,
that creature in Panama. Yeah, I heard about that.
all right, listen, bro. We're gonna get on a plane and we're gonna go down to Panama to go investigate. And
Oh yeah.
we're
You
gonna.
know what? A lot of men go to Panama, but they don't go there and investigate. They go there to
Whoa,
get
what's
laid.
going on with that? Whoa,
I'm a follower of this channel.
are you guys seeing this shit? Is there a gray alien in the jungle? I gotta listen to this with audio real quick, guys. Hang on, we gotta get to the bottom of this.
Mysterious. While officials may dismiss the footage as fictional, the millions who watch Kin's updates
Hold on.
repeated complaints. Investigators have traveled to the area in the hopes of gathering proof. Interestingly, a mysterious photograph was posted a few days ago that allegedly showed one of these mysterious humanoids. The residents reported seeing brilliant lights above the region, and some people claim to have seen them at night
Man, oh man,
and noticed that they
yeah.
emitted a strong glow. The
That looks like a gray alien to me.
whose statement needed
What do you guys think? You think that's a doll, or you think it's a real gray alien?
Who knows?
Who knows? It's a weird fucking picture, though. It's a weird picture. It's a weird fucking picture. I'm gonna send it to my mama. I'm gonna send it to my mama. I love you, mama. If you're watching this, yeah, I'm gonna send it to my mom. I got my mom hooked on the aliens thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my mom's becoming a UFO enthusiast now.
Have you watched some of these sci-fi stories on YouTube about interstellar, like alien, like human love?
No, but I tell you what, bro. There's a race of aliens called the Nordics, and if
I
there's any
heard about
Nordic woman that want to fly their, you want to park your flying saucer in my backyard, we could fuck, Yeah, I'm trying to get my seed all over the universe. Yeah, bro. If there's any Nordic or Palladian or even some tall whites, whatever, like the tall whites, if you want to park your spaceship in my backyard and we could fuck, and then I could get my seed all over the universe.
I
You know
don't
what
know.
I mean?
I think I could bed down with some blue skinned woman with big boobs.
Yeah,
Hell
absolutely.
yeah.
100%. I definitely
we got-
want a woman from outer space. I'm tired of these Earth women, bro. If they're not from outer space, I ain't fucking with them. You know? Linda Moulton Howe, yeah, I know about her. And then you got Preston Dennett. This guy Preston Dennett has documented thousands of these fucking cases. Thousands of people have been interviewed about these. These things are real. I mean, like, you know,
Okay. I watch a lot of the fictional story, and it's about some of the like for example, in the stories, basically humans are called death worlders. In some of these science fiction stories on YouTube,
yeah,
basically we're from a planet that where everything tried to kill us. Everything tries to kill us on a daily basis. You living in Florida should understand that with the alligators and the poisonous snakes. You know what I mean? And the hurricanes.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, space kitten. Yeah.
Hold on, I'm just looking for something entertaining.
I saw a new repeating crossbow by Ballista Bat. I think you would like, bro. It's
Oh, I got. Oh,
Me and my
hey, check it out. The base conservative right here.
uh,
Yeah, the videos of uh lower income communities acting crazy.
children had a full cookout on this bus. Now, when my children are hungry, I don't really care who's looking and where I am. I'm going to make something to eat. I don't care if I got to go into a 7-Eleven and heat up some ravioli. We are going to eat. So I see that man looking at me, and I know he would like a sandwich because these sandwiches are good. We got turkey and pepperoni, honey, on the menu with mustard on top.
Listen, if you're doing this in public transit, making a big fucking mess, you better give me one of those sandwiches. That's what it's gonna be. If you're gonna do this, you're gonna make a big fucking mess all over the bus. I want a sandwich. Yeah, you're gonna give me one of those sandwiches. I think that's fair. Break bread.
it's a Shaniqua.
Yeah, the fuck. I mean, that's nasty. You having a big picnic on a city bus.
Hey,
But I mean,
have you
you could buy my silence by giving me one of those sandwiches.
I
Yeah, we
got
got some
just a
good
thing
bread,
for you.
wheat
Look at
bread.
this
So,
dead
I'm getting my
ass
kids sandwiches.
AI.
It's
No,
Hold
hot
on.
outside, and
Let's
I
wait.
know I
Let's
could
watch
do
this
this
video. I
at
want
the
to see
park,
this.
but I decided
I want to see what's
let's do it
happening
on
this
the
week.
bus because I really don't care what these people have to say. If I'm gonna pay $2.90 to ride for all of us,
Man,
This is
that
gross,
looks
man.
nasty.
Feed these kids
right?
before you leave the house, you wanker.
well, I'm gonna make this as comfortable as possible. So yeah, you know it's hot outside. I wanted to be
This is
full
like a
before we
black
start.
barbecue in the
Getting
bus.
outside in the heat because I had to take my other son to the doctor. He definitely wasn't feeling good. His mood was off, so I kind of like cut him out the video. I don't want to be showing him and he's not in his best state, feeling good or whatever.
got a plan.
So yeah, I'm making these sandwiches like I just said.
What the hell is this
They wanted
shit?
mini sandwiches. I made like about 30 sandwiches on this bus. I just clipped it up really, really good.
30
I
sandwiches.
also felt like, Dad, what
The
if this
fuck?
bag drops? So you have to wait
Bad
to the end to
woman,
see if this
too.
bag truly drops because it was shaking and the baby was hungry too. So I gave her something to eat. Well, I'm not gonna leave her out. Baby, come on and eat this sandwich with mommy. Yeah, and it was good. How about I put some Doritos? I mean, ranch Doritos on top. Crunchy, flavorful, like girl.
You know what they call you where I'm from?
And those must be her
A
kids
dirty old
too.
bitch.
Your kids could never be hungry. For you to sit there and wait till you get home for your hungry kids to eat, you are ashamed. You grab anything out of your refrigerator and you
Bro.
feed your children what?
Just fucking go to Taco Bell or something. With all the money you spent on that shit, you could have went to That's a lot of shit there. You could have literally just got some fast food or something.
I know.
I mean, like, you might as well just go camping on the city bus. Put up
I know.
a pop tent in there. Like, get out a sleeping bag. You ever seen somebody sleeping on the bus? And it's clear that they boarded the bus just to like sleep. I have. I've seen it.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I
Okay.
used to ride the Star Metro city bus. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. When Star Metro first came to Tallahassee, that shit was nice. It felt nice. It was clean. It was comfortable. It was safe. It wasn't noisy. It was nice.
Until
it-
you got.
Well, I mean, there was black people on there, and they weren't that bad. It was just like, but now it's. I mean, I don't know what's changed, bro. It's not, because I mean, there still was black people on the bus, and it was fine though. It worked like, but it's. I think it's the YNs, bro. I think it's the young ones. I do. I think this new generation of kids is like terrible. because it wasn't that bad. Like yeah, there was like I used to ride the bus when I was younger. When I lived in Tallahassee, I rode the bus several times. I didn't do it regularly, but there's a couple times when I used it to get around.
I'm
And
gonna suggest some guide videos to you. I look up dead ass AI.
we will. We're
and
gonna
Carolyn.
finish. We got to finish with this one though.
If you're ashamed of feeding your children, you are a goddamn going fool. Girl, I'ma carry
Got the cups and everything?
Just like when I had a car, this bag my
Yeah,
trunk. Because I'm not finna stop everywhere and go to every pizza shop and spend $30, $40 a pop. Maybe 60 for having 6 kids on a little meal. When they're gonna be
It's
full
horrible.
and it's
Why does she have
know
6
what
kids?
is going into their bodies. This food outside, sorry, the baby is crying. I got my baby. I'm a full-time
Probably
mama
from several
slash
different
content
men
creator.
too.
I don't know what chemicals is in this Chinese food and all this other stuff. I'm gonna give them what I know is good and what came from me, honey.
I don't use hand
Tattoos on her
sanitizer on a
hand.
daily basis, but there would be no amount of
One on her
it that
tit.
would be enough to make me get on that bus.
17 years? No, I'm finna run. Please.
Use
let's go.
every
Please.
ghetto stereotype.
Okay, but I can't do this. They're gonna give me prison time.
No, they're not. Listen, no. You're going to the very, very end. Do you know? Listen, if this charge gets dropped, look at me. If this charge gets dropped, they
Who's
may.
gonna get my baby?
Now she's worried about her baby.
This girl already don't even want to be in this situation with me, and she was with
Hello?
me. She said she don't even. She
Yeah,
wasn't with
yeah.
me. So I'm
You
supposed to go to
seeing
jail
this?
by myself. So I can't even. She's not
Yeah,
even
it
get
just
my
seems
baby.
like every stereotype, every ghetto stereotype. I've
Yeah.
ever seen.
And we're
It's
not
like,
saying we're there yet.
like,
all right.
don't steal.
They're
Like
not
that's
even there
here's
yet.
an idea. Like don't steal shit.
There's a lot of times these things get downcharged
Yeah.
and dropped and things.
And
like
they're
that.
trying
if you wanna-
to calm her
So
down
before
so
we
she
go-
doesn't freak out. You
go
can
to
tell
the
us what she's
extreme
doing.
of the worst,
All right, let's fast forward. There's got to be a better one than this.
nah,
Can I
it's gonna
show
take
you the
probably
AI?
a couple minutes.
Like
We
dead
will in a
ass.
second. We're going to get to that. Hold
We're
on.
gonna do paperwork at our station, and then we'll take them to gun club. So
Hold on a second.
I don't need your permission.
It's not
I don't
even
need
cut-
your permission.
it's
In the state of New Jersey,
2025,
all
they're
you need
still
is my
wearing those,
permission.
like,
It's
medical
my
masks.
camera. And you still arguing. Fuck you and security. Yes. 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 You right. But you taking her side. You still ain't got the information from me. You could have got it already. Like,
Have you ever seen this type of thing go down at a fast food restaurant?
I want a refund.
I have.
I want a refund.
I have
That's
not.
what I want.
I have. Yeah.
I want a
I have
Maybe
seen,
this
like, you know,
behavior
been to
be below all
Popeye's
of us.
Chicken once.
Oh yeah, Popeye's chicken turn. It's going down at Popeye's chicken.
Oh, you bet it is. I was there.
Grows
I
on
didn't.
his period.
Oh, it was
You
so
grow up
ghetto.
that
It
you
was
don't
like
own
Yeah.
it was like going to New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah, they got
It was
bulletproof glass at Popeye's chicken now. You know what I mean? Just gonna move over here.
You'll be fighting for that
Imagine being
chicken at
an adult
Popeyes.
male and
If you ever
acting
seen
like
those
Yeah.
chicken sandwich.
And then wonder why you're most likely single.
Cute little Asian chick. I wouldn't. Ooh, she's fine too.
Oh.
Girl,
Oh
we could
shit.
have all told you. You asked for it.
You asked for that. Imagine this being your neighbor. He's just gonna kick your door just because he's mad. He didn't even do nothing to the man.
Hey, is everything okay?
Who?
Zero survival skills. Girl actually opens the door.
Yeah, I wouldn't have
Looks
opened
like-
the door.
No, let me go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
What the hell?
I wouldn't even talk to that guy. I wouldn't be sitting next to him. You know what I mean?
And then look at this shit. Look at this shit. She's behind the counter, like screaming for the keys to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Look, he's sharpening his knife.
Temperature IQ'd individual.
Ooh,
sharpening his
he
blade
got a
in the
black
subway.
eye.
Sharpening his blade in
Yeah.
the subway.
Mhm.
Nothing to see here.
Let's see if is he doing it the right way.
I'm not showing you all this shit,
Bro, there's no way. They're dragging it back into the store. You're caught. You might as well run away. Oh, he must have watched my video. He must have watched my short video. He's got a receipt, and it's not the right receipt. You know what I mean? He tried to take my advice, I guess. All right, let's see. Let's fast forward. What the hell?
Homeless, I guess.
I'm not in the line. I'm line patrol.
Guys, the entitlement of these black women is off the charts. Insane.
And this is why I always say you need to get out of the cities.
Yeah, the cities are no good.
The crazies are in the cities. You know what I mean? These kind of crazies, they're always going to be in like the big urban centers.
This is a daily occurrence in London.
Yeah.
Nothing ever happens to them. They have security guards for no reason.
So here's
whatsoever.
some American cities you can
The
avoid.
doctors and engineers go in, they take
Baltimore.
what they want and leave, and they repeat it.
Yeah, Baltimore's not. Whoa! Look at this. Look at this. Where'd they get these niggas, yo? Where'd they get these niggas? What the hell? This is like a weekly occurrence now. That you have like, what the fuck is this shit?
Look at this. Well, look at her. She looks like the chocolate Stay Puft.
I mean, like, bro. Oh my God. This has become like a weekly occurrence. The mass looting.
Is that a white guy?
Oh, this is in Italy.
Oh, it's in Italy.
We don't know. I can't understand them. They're both speaking Italian. Mamma mia! They're both speaking Italian. Mamma mia! I don't.
What's it with those shower caps that blacks are wearing these days? Those damn shower caps. I mean,
yeah.
Men and women equally are wearing those damn things, and they look weird.
Well, the women have the actual shower cap, and the men they wear wave caps. I know some black dudes that wear wave caps in prison.
They're wearing those shower caps.
They were contraband. They couldn't even have wave caps in prison. They'd smuggle in actual wave caps. Mamma mia. All right, what'd you want to watch? What was it?
Okay, look up Dead Ass AI.
Dead Ass AI?
You gotta hear it talk, so we want to mute ourselves and hear this.
I don't know, bro. Is this slop?
No, it's funny.
Okay. Well, I mean, we don't try to watch too much AI stuff.
I know.
Where's Dead Ass AI? What's
just look it on YouTube.
Nissan Altima, but it's AI?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you come back for a new Nissan Altima so soon?
You want to hear
I keep getting bad cars.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're cheap or what, but dead ass, I need a different one.
Oh, bitch, get out the way! What the fuck? This is Lakeshore Drive, not O Block, bitch! Dead ass.
Oh. Dead ass.
Why y'all got automatic doors if y'all don't want me to come in? I should have got a Tesla. Dead ass.
Dead ass.
Dead ass! I thought this was the entrance! The gym should have moved the damn curb! Where the fuck is the exit?
What the fuck? You know what's crazy, bro?
Dead ass, I've
It's
been in
not.
the circle for 30 minutes!
It is more than like it. Real life isn't this
Move,
extreme,
bitch, I have VIP
but this isn't
tickets.
far off. This is only slightly an
This wasn't here
exaggeration.
last time. Dead ass!
Bro, every time I see a Nissan Altima, an older model Nissan Altima going down the road, I'm like, oh
Quandell,
fuck.
I drove up the wrong entrance again.
This is true.
Dead ass. I think I'm stuck for real this time.
Yeah.
Why
If I see a Nissan Altima going down the road and it's an older model Nissan Altima, and the funny thing is my mom had a Nissan Altima when I was a kid, Let's look at this
Well,
one.
this time I want to try a Chevy Malibu.
Oh,
Here's
fuck.
the keys. I hope you get more followers today.
Oh,
Dead ass.
Shit.
They better hit like and follow.
Oh.
That pole did not need to be that damn close. Like, move. Dead ass. That meter wasn't even there yesterday.
What?
City trying to set me up, dead ass. Ma'am, you need to be careful driving around here.
Who you talking to like that? Worry about this drink. Dead ass.
I ain't finna wait behind no Toyota. I got places to be, caffeine to sip, dead ass.
Dead ass.
Ooh, bitch!
What the fuck?
ATL got a new queen and she coming in hot. Dead ass.
Dead ass.
Every time I get a new follower, I crash.
Dead ass.
Keep hitting that follow button if you want more. Dead ass.
Dead ass.
Move out my way. This ain't Walmart, this Watermelon Mart, and it's all...
Oof.
Maybe if you
That
point
was
the
a good
scanner
one.
sideways, like back in the hood, you would probably have better accuracy.
Yeah.
Let's get this bonus. All y'all bags are too big. Check them in or get the fuck out, dead ass.
Oh.
Why you parked so close? Get out of the fucking way. Dead ass.
Oh,
Ultimate
shit.
Airlines got priority.
Here's your free drinks and snacks, you entitled motherfuckers. And the bathrooms are broken. Y'all need to hold it.
Hey, bitch, I said no ice. Y'all got me fucked up.
Ain't nobody got you fucked up but that spine begging for mercy under that full back ass back.
I've been waiting. Where's my fucking food? Motherfucker, it's been 37 seconds. Shut your hungry, big back ass, gremlin looking ass down before I throw you in the fryer and call it a combo.
Big back motherfuckers, I'm on break.
What the fuck are you wearing?
Maybe if you minded your fucking business instead of them 3 chins, you'd still have a man, cripple bitch.
I'm a badass bitch.
You ugly as
Fuck. What? You mad? Look like a dumpster fucked a Foot Locker, crawled out looking like Jeepers Creepers, cockeyed bitch. Bitch, how the fuck my car declined?
Maybe because your shit gave up and bounced harder than a stripper in 8-inch stilettos on a Saturday night.
Oh.
Bitch, what the fuck can I get for you?
A $5 bag.
The only $5 bag I see is the one carrying your broke ass dreams.
Why my burger look like a damn pancake?
But up, but,
Maybe because it's flooding under all that back fat you carry like it's a damn backpack.
Why the ice cream machine always fucking broken?
I'm the manager, and maybe because it's tired of your fat, big back ass asking every damn time.
Can I have mac and cheese, please?
Sir, this is a Japanese restaurant.
Oh, can I have it a mac and a cheese, Paris?
That would be $6,700.
Can I have a
Okay, do you
mac and
accept
cheese?
EBT? No. Are you dead ass? You are racist.
Yeah, that's funny.
Y'all gonna split this EBT card for these crab legs or what? Dead ass. Dead ass. Why do y'all park so close? Get out of the way. Dead ass. Nissan Altima Airlines get priority.
Why do y'all park so close?
Nissan Altima Airlines. What the fuck? This is crazy.
Let me get 5 asada tacos, a Sprite, and extra green sauce. And don't play with the portions, Poppy.
Green
Sam.
sauce?
Hungry.
You mean
Federal
guacamole?
immigration. I knew that van was up to something. I ain't the one
Oh.
you want, dead ass. I'm from Cleveland, bitch. Check the zip code. I ain't going back to jury duty. Had
She's
deport
good
them
then. She ain't gonna
bitches.
get deported.
All I wanted was some damn tacos, shit.
Papa, can we please buy a shower?
That was the guy.
No son of mine will ever
friend.
need to shower.
This is an intervention. What for?
Because you haven't scammed anyone in 2 weeks. Not a single fake tech support call. Not one suspicious email scam. We're worried about you, Pajit.
I don't have a problem. I can scam anytime I want.
Oh, yeah? Prove it.
Hello? Is this Microsoft?
Microsoft Tech Support, how may I help
I'll
you?
never scam call again. Please stop it.
I will never do this scam call again. You be nice
Well,
to
this time I
me.
want to try a Chevy Malibu.
Here's the keys. I hope you get more followers today.
Dead ass. They better hit
think
like
it's
and
looping.
follow.
All right, guys. All right. Let's. I don't want to. We don't want to watch AI slop all night. I mean, this is AI
Funny.
stuff.
Funny.
It is funny, but you know, Florida immigration bust. Workers jump from rooftops and abandon tools.
We are staying on top of a developing.
Well, they probably don't own the tools, so.
We watched as construction workers were rounded up and carried off by Brevard County Sheriff's deputies, as well as Border Patrol. The scene unfolding on Blue Water Lane in Rockledge. Channel 9's Melanie Holt is live there for us
Looks like
tonight.
they're
And Mel,
doing
so far, the
something
sheriff isn't saying much.
So I can't tell you at this point in time whether or not.
Let's look at what's going
operation
on in
is
Antifa
over.
land.
Yeah.
What's Antifa up to?
Getting arrested?
Yeah, probably.
One is going to go to jail for a very long time. Recently, they convicted one who's got 15 years in prison.
Yeah.
Up in Boston. Do you think he's going to last that long? I don't think so.
Let's fast forward to the juicy stuff. This looks like the juicy stuff here. If there's any ladies watching this, by the way, that's how you please your man. You get straight to the juicy stuff. Men love juicy stuff. Juicy, juicy. Look, see, V8 splash.
I don't know what it is about redheads that they know how to make a man like go wild in bed. You know, man.
Yeah, redheads are pretty good in bed. Yeah.
They got more energy than, let's say, your average woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This isn't that intense.
I can't
Yeah, see, here you have ICE making use of pepper ball technology, tear gas guns, things like that. You know?
Yep.
I'm a big believer in that kind of technology. It works wonders.
It's ice, baby.
Yeah, it works wonders. And, you know, if federal agencies are using it, then, you know, that's a big reason to look into having it for home defense. Here you see federal agents using pepper ball technology to defend their buildings.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right.
You got a lot of people out there laughing their ass off that Nissan Altima jokes. A black Nissan Altima driver. Oh no.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I see white people driving an older model Nissan Altima, I'm gonna get nervous. If I see an old Nissan Altima on the road, because nobody likes the old Nissan Altimas. They sucked. Nobody. I'm telling you, my mom had one when I was a kid, and they sucked. So whenever I see an older model, like tan Nissan Altima going on the road, I'm like, oh fuck. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? It'd be much more funnier if ICE comes out with freeze guns, like Mr. Freeze.
Yeah. Look at these guys. They have umbrellas instead of riot shields. It's kind of gay.
Oh yeah, that's gas.
Yeah. I mean, it's not really gonna. I mean, a pepper ball round will punch straight through a freaking like umbrella. I don't know why these people think their umbrellas are gonna stop this shit. Look, everybody's wearing shamags. That's why I stopped wearing them. Fucking liberals took our thing. Like, that was a prepper thing, wearing a shamag. You know, they wear the white ones though. I usually wear like green or tan ones, like the tactical looking ones. Well, they're spread out, so it looks like the protesters are learning how to deal with the pepper ball stuff. They're not. They're all spread out now. That is how you would fight back against that. Let's see this. This is from 8 hours ago.
Look at the live scene on your screen right now. Federal agents now have clashed with rioters outside that facility, that Immigration and Customs Enforcement ICE facility near Chicago.
If you had the ability to say something to an Antifa member, like these Antifa people, what would you tell them?
And you could see
I would tell them that they care too much about people that don't care about them.
Agents are holding the line against
Very
the
true.
I would tell them they have lots of empathy and that they're willing to throw their lives away for people that don't care about them, that don't reciprocate that. It's just a fact, bro. Like your average liberal Antifa thing, you know, Antifa person, you know, they would not go to save them if they were in danger. Dan says, let me read the chat.
This turned into something different.
Can people shoot pepper balls at cops? I mean, they can, but I mean, why would you want to do that?
Mike, did something tip this in one direction?
I mean, well, what do you think would happen if you shoot pepper balls at cops? I mean, it depends. But I mean, if you just went and shot a random cop with a pepper ball gun, then I believe they'd pull their pistol out and I believe they'd shoot you. That's what I think would happen.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that either. What would happen if you go into public and you find a random police officer and you start shooting him with a pepper ball gun? I think he'd whip out his pistol and I think he'd shoot you. That's what I think. Because the pepper ball gun is any weapon that keeps them from seeing or something like that. Like if you take their taser or if you spray a cop in the face with pepper spray, they can shoot you. So, I mean, I think they'd shoot you. At a protest where all the cops have riot gear, I don't know. I don't know what they do. If you're with a bunch of other people, there's not much they could do unless they could like isolate you from that group. Like riots are an interesting situation. It just depends on the circumstances. If you were the only guy shooting at them with a pepper ball gun, they would probably prioritize you as somebody they want to arrest. They'd probably try to take you out of the group. But assuming you had a good position of cover behind the main group, it would be hard to, you know.
Yeah.
They're showing the pepper ball on the screen.
The numbers are compared to the. I think the left has basically these radical leftists. They're not the majority of the American public.
Yeah.
They're not. They're a very small minority. You know.
Move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way.
So the left is out there. Did you really think that you would be able to basically force your will on the general public for forever? I don't think you can.
Yeah, they thought they'd be able. Well, I mean, it's just like liberals are just losing power rapidly, bro. The Democrats are in big trouble. I don't think they're ever going to win an election again.
Yeah, they're not the majority anymore.
Yeah, they're not.
They've never been the majority. Their views are not the majority of American views. You know what I mean?
If they ever were, then they're. I mean, I don't know. They could have been the majority at some point, but I think a lot of people woke up. You know.
And of course, they lost the male vote.
They're losing the female vote now too, and the reason they're losing the female vote is they look at shit like Irina Zurutska, right? I mean, like, come on, like, women don't feel safe in these cities. And so they're starting to lose the female vote now because these cities have so much crime in them.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not even just the crime. There's a general atmosphere of not feeling safe. If people do things differently and avoid going certain places and doing certain things, like, oh, we're not allowed to. I mean, I want you to think about this for a second. You know, people don't like how back in the day, black people didn't feel comfortable going out at night because there was roving gangs of Klansmen and shit, right? Well, today, in many cities, white people don't feel safe going out at night.
I was looking at stuff. Why is that one guy have a pair of blue jeans on?
I don't know.
The rest of them have a full uniform.
Because he's probably like a spec ops guy or something. He's probably normally undercover or in plain clothes, and he probably had to throw on gear because he's in a situation. But yeah, there's a lot of white women and shit that live in the city, and I've talked to them. They don't feel comfortable like going certain places or certain times. They don't feel comfortable doing certain things, and like that drags on you. Can you imagine like you live in a neighborhood that used to be safe and now it's not safe, and you know like the Democrats are the ones that run your city, And then you also know, like, it gets to be harder and harder for a woman to be a Democrat.
Yeah.
And so women are starting to turn against the Democrat Party very slowly, but they're starting to realize that, like, man, we're not safe outside anymore. There's fucking, it's just the general atmosphere of not feeling safe in these cities.
I think the left feels that they're going to lose control of the United States, and that's going to be.
And well, they're going to start a civil war. I think they're gonna start it because they're going to lose power, and when the left doesn't get their way, they start blowing shit up. All throughout history, like the Weather Underground, in the 1920s, you had leftists that were like, this is what they always do when they lose power.
They start doing that, there's going to be a crackdown on them, a big crackdown on them, and it's not going to be good. They're going to get arrested. They're all going to be scooped up,
Yeah. Well, a civil war wouldn't be good for right-wingers either, because it would, you could have martial law. Shit could get really restrictive, and then that's the thing, right? If the terrorist leftists are going to dress like conservatives. Like, look at the guy that allegedly shot Charlie Kirk. I mean, that's a lot of speculation on if he really did it or not. But even if he's a patsy, look, he was dressed in an American flag t-shirt. So it's not like liberals don't wear disguises and shit. I mean, when these leftists go to buy guns, of course they're going to act like one of us. They're going to go undercover and they're going to act like a right-winger.
Sometimes it's hard for them to hide it because they're very effeminate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. But there's some skinny, lanky little chuds out here that are not manly enough. You know what I mean? I'm sure gun stores have right-wingers that go in there that are skinny, lanky people.
Yeah, and there are some skinny people I've talked to that aren't liberal, but they kind of look liberal.
Check out the multicam kit. Kit it up in that multicam. Got that Cry Precision JPC. Cry Precision. Makers of the $600 pants. You know what I mean?
Did you know Smith & Wesson makes a great throwing axe set?
Yeah.
You want to do axe throwing?
Can I buy Cry Precision pants with my EBT card? You go into the... Can you imagine like a black lady that likes tactical gear? Like she's a doomsday prepper. And she said, hey, I got back pay. Like the EBT card has got $2,000 on it because I was in county jail. I wonder if I could buy these Cry Precision pants with my EBT card. $600 pants. Cry Precision's fucking expensive. I hate Cry Precision. For the money, you could get some 511 Tactical XPRTs, and I feel like they're just as good. I mean, the only difference is the no melt, no drip shit. If you're not,
there's a reason why I can tell you not to go to certain places.
Yeah.
I mean, for your safety and theirs. I mean, if you listen to your man, if he tells you not to go to a certain place, I mean.
Well, I mean,
it's safety.
I don't want to live in a place where I can't go certain places, certain times, and like right now, I could leave, go outside, I'd be just fine. I could go anywhere in my county right now, and I'd be fine.
If I would tell you this, I would tell the people, if you're white and you're living in these cities, you shouldn't be there. I mean, it's just far too dangerous for you.
Well, I mean, and liberals live in these cities, and the thing is, like, liberals claim to care about the environment, but these cities are the worst thing that ever happened. The cities are what's destroying the environment. There's no natural habitat for animals in these cities. So the entire liberal worldview is like a contradiction. They claim to care about the environment, but...
And people who live in cities get disconnected from, the natural world.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. They live in these cities and they get disconnected from nature.
Yeah.
And
this guy, this protester is dressed similarly to the ICE agents. And so he's probably going to be the victim of friendly fire. He really didn't think this one through. You got a protester dressed in this olive drab green kind of color. And it's you're gonna be the victim of like friendly fire. He didn't think that one through at all. Never dress the way your enemies dress if you're going to a protest.
Yeah.
That's another reason you don't want to hang out with neo-Nazis. Because they want to dress in all black to go fight Antifa, and that's confusing as fuck. You know what I mean? That's super fucking confusing. Like how do you know, like, what, why do you want to fight, like, with ROF fighting Antifa, you knew who was who, because the people that wore all black was Antifa, and the people that wore the camo was, like, the militia groups. You know what I mean? Whereas, like you got these white nationalist groups, when they wear all black, it gets very confusing when you're trying to fight Antifa, because Antifa wears all black, and you don't know who's who. One of the basic rules of going to war is, like, you got to know who's on what side.
Yeah, I would say it would be more interesting if they dressed in all white outfits.
This is going down. The Dutch are rioting now. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You got riots all over the world.
Yep.
You know? Oh, this is a right-wing riot. You got shit going down in Italy. There's riots all over the world right now. Over different things. You know, I just think people are getting pissed off with their governments. You know, it's just, I mean, and you can see there's kind of like a global paradigm shift going on right now. Check it out. This is in Italy. You know. And the riot police are trying to clear the area out. Let's see if they'll be able to do it or not. Nope, looks like they weren't able to do it. Unless this wasn't filmed in the correct order. This doesn't look like a right-wing protest to me. You know why it doesn't look? You know how you could tell it's not a right-wing protest? Because all the flags are Palestine flags.
Yeah.
And they're not flying their country's flag. They're flying somebody else's flag.
I'm not. I don't support either side. That's my position. You know what I mean? I'm not supporting the Palestinians, except for. I mean, as a Christian, I'll pray for the Palestinian Christians, but
Zombie Medic sent $5. Zombie Medic sent $5.56. 556 NATO. And he says, can you give any advice starting a YouTube channel? I've been putting it off for like 15 years. Well, both of us have YouTube channels. I have one, and Slingshot Warrior, we both have YouTube channels, so I'll let Slingshot Warrior answer his question first. What would you do for a beginner on YouTube?
Well, I'll put it this way. You have to basically find your niche, and you have to have things, you have to do things that people want to see. You know what I mean? If people want, for example, in my example, people want to see my primitive weapons, people want to see my air guns, people want to see me do like some common sense stuff, and that's bushcraft. Depends on what you want to do. It depends on what people, you gotta know your audience a little bit,
I would say you got to know your audience, your potential audience, but you also have to ask yourself what's going to make your channel different, right? Yeah. So, me personally, with my channel, and I've only had my channel for a little bit over a year, but what makes my channel different is the fact that I come at it from the perspective of a former militia guy, and also as a guy that's been to prison, and I'm always thinking outside of the box. I'm thinking in terms of, like, can homeowners use riot control tactics instead of going straight to lethal force? I'm thinking about interpersonal relationships. I'm thinking about, is the girl that you invite into your house a potential security threat? Is she there because she wants to be your girlfriend, or is she there because she's going to gossip about everything she saw in your house and then tell a potential bad person what she saw in your house? Like, I really cover a wide range of topics, and I look at things not just as a survivalist and a prepper, but as like a street smart kind of guy. I look at it from that perspective. And I try to cover weird topics, right? And I also not only do I know who my audience is, I know them too well because they're me, right? So for me, I know what kind of videos I would want to see, and I only make the types of videos that I would want to see, right? And when I sit down and I edit my videos, I'm brutally honest with like, okay, has this gone on too long? And sometimes I go on and I rant too long in my videos, but I would just suggest make sure if you're going to start a new YouTube channel, make sure you know how to edit videos and make sure you know what your vision is. You should be inspired by somebody else. Like for me, I was inspired by Sensible Prepper. I really liked his videos, right? I was inspired somewhat by Canadian Prepper to a lesser extent, but I always knew that I wanted to make informational content, but I knew that I wanted to do it with a twist, and I wanted to do it and cover things that other people weren't covering, right? So Zombie Medic, you know, you want to start your own YouTube channel. I mean, you already have your own channel, obviously. You haven't uploaded like a bunch of videos yet. I would just say you just gotta have. I would avoid an intro, by the way. Don't have an intro on your videos, because that destroys viewer attention. So intros are out. I would have like a consistent theme, and I would make sure you have like, you know, an outro is good. Like I say, JordanJJereb signing off. I would study what other channels are doing, you know, and you'll notice there's little things I do. Like I say, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon. I say that, right? I say, you know, there's things I do with lighting. I make sure my lighting is good in my videos. There's things I do with sound. Now, I don't use an external microphone, but I actually selected a camera that's got a front-facing mic. That's a good mic, right? And so, you know, you notice my audio quality is okay for a dude that doesn't use an external mic. And people say, why don't you have a better mic? Because I don't fucking want to deal with it. If this channel, I tell you what, if this channel gets to 20,000 subs, I'll get an external mic. But that's another thing people need to realize. You know, your phone probably films 1080p. I'm pretty sure Slingshot Warrior, pretty sure you make most of your videos on your phone, right?
Yeah.
And that can work for a new channel. Now, as your channel grows, you need to learn how to use Adobe Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve. If you're serious about being big on YouTube, you need to have a high-performance desktop computer. I think men in general, in 2025, you need to have a setup like this one. I'm going to take the webcam down for a second. I'm going to show you guys like what you're seeing right now. You know, this is one of my computers. And on the other side of my office there, you see I got another computer over there. So I got computers all over the place here. And if you're serious about, you know, having a YouTube channel, you know, I'm not saying you have to have a computer to do it, but if you want to create the type of content I create, you have to know how to edit, right? And so Zombie Medic he already sounds like a famous channel. Like if you ask me, you know, hey, do you watch Zombie Medic on YouTube? That sounds like a channel with like 1 million subscribers. It sounds like a big ass channel. So I'd say in terms of the name, I'd say it's a good name. You know what I mean? So now you just have to deliver on the name. So if you're going to use the name Zombie Medic, I would have it to where you should do stuff about first aid kits, stuff like that, you know. What is Zombie Medic's pedigree? By the way, guys, subscribe to Zombie Medic if you haven't already. You know what I mean? Because he's going to make some videos. So, you know, if you guys are in the chat, hey, Zombie Medic, post the link to your channel, man.
Yeah, I chose the name Slingshot Warrior as basically a name I earned back in the day shooting someone in the Adam's apple.
Yeah. But you just have to get you have to develop your minimum viable product. You got to establish what your minimum viable product is. You got to figure out how long people are willing to watch you. All right, that's why I keep looking at the actual. I go back and forth between OBS and I look the stream. You know, there's 7 people watching right now, And that's not a crazy big stream. The fact that we only have 7 people watching right now, but that's another thing. I form a really good parasocial relationship with my audience, right? When people buy merch from me, I personally email them and I give them my phone number, right? Yeah. Those of you that have bought merch from me, you know that I've personally emailed you and I've given you my personal phone number, And so I try to do everything in my power to cultivate a good relationship with my audience. I respond to as many comments as possible. The only comments I don't respond to is if people are like insulting me, if they're Fed posting, if they're proselytizing their religion, or if it's just a super autistic, redundant post. Occasionally I won't respond to it, but 99% of comments on my channel get replies. Right? Wow, he's got Waterborne as the username. I mean, that's a cool username. So yeah, there you go. There's Zombie Medic's channel. I think we're gonna add Zombie Medic as a moderator.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna make him a moderator.
That's
I'm gonna go ahead and.
I recently did a video called "Fight to Survive Mindset."
Yeah,
and
guys,
a lot of people, we live in a time that's very unstable. Okay. And a lot of times you got a lot of white guys and white women out there thinking you can just fight, that the streets are like a boxing match, that things are going to work out if you just, and I got to tell them, you can't have that anymore. You just can't.
Yeah.
You can't expect, you're surrounded by people who hate you, okay?
Right.
In those cities. You have to have a mindset where you cannot expect a fair fight from these people, and you cannot expect a fair fight in the streets. And
fair fights are for high school.
Yeah.
That's the truth. You know what I mean? That's the cold, honest to God truth, bro. Fair fights are for high school. That shit doesn't happen. Men don't do that. We don't do that shit as men. I don't know. Maybe back in the day, I don't know. But like most men, like adults, grown-ass, tax-paying citizens in society, if somebody attacks you, like, you're fighting to the death, basically, or at least until one person goes unconscious. That's kind of how it works. That's how this shit works, really.
And you can't expect these ghetto gangbangers to fight fair. You know what I mean?
Of course you
know
can.
What I mean? And you have to have a fight to survive mindset. For example, you should always be aware of your surroundings, know where your exits are.
Yeah.
Know where your entrances are. And above all else, keep your distance from hostile groups.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't. One thing I tell people is a lot of people live the fight, but I don't think you should live the fight. I think you should fight to live.
I agree with that. And the thing is, you don't go looking for a fight.
Right.
What you do is the best thing you can do is basically not being around the areas and knowing your surroundings, and not being around the areas where trouble's gonna be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I honestly believe, like we said earlier, you got to get out of the cities. You can't. These cities are not going to sustain themselves. The social and economic situation in these cities is not sustainable. We can't. It can't continue. These cities are not like you have too many people that are being born that, quite frankly, like their own parents don't care about them. The sheer number of drug addicts having kids that they're not even taking care of is going to result in more and more and more crime. So the kids that were born like in the late 2000s, a bunch of drug addicts were fucking and having kids. And those kids are now old enough to cause problems. And then like slowly you're just getting more and more of these children that nobody cares about are getting old enough to cause problems. And you just see armies of them. You have and a lot of them are teenagers. And you just see these mobs of these people doing this shit, and like this is not happening in the countryside. I don't see big crowds of people just sitting around doing nothing out here. I don't see it. Everybody's going somewhere or doing something. You don't see just a big group of people just kind of loitering around with nothing to do. You don't see that out here.
So true. Sabrina, thank you, Sabrina, for that. And another thing, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that country song by Jason Aldean. Try that in a small town, you know.
Try that in a small town. Yeah, they don't, but that's the thing, right? Like, drug addict people, for the most part, and I know there's meth heads that live out in the country, but it seems like drug addicts want to live, even white drug addicts, they want to live in the ghetto. So they have quick access to buy their shit. I have seen white drug addicts move out of this town into Tallahassee because they want to be where the action is. They want to be where the drugs are. So rural areas have fewer drug addicts for the most part, with the exception of certain types of meth heads. There's certain types of meth heads, but realistically, even the meth heads that live out in the country are the functional meth heads. That, they mow their lawn at night with headlamp type meth heads. A lot of they'll have like a tree service business or something, like, they're probably the people making the meth. It's really the higher level drug addicts that are also dealers that usually live out in the country. You don't have like, there's just fewer shitty people in the country, because if you burn all your bridges out here, like, there's only so many people. If you burn all your bridges out here, you'll be completely alone very quickly. Whereas in the city, it's like everybody's kind of anonymous. Like, most of the world's problems come from the cities. Most of the world's solutions come from rural countrysides. This is where the food is produced. This is where the electricity is produced. We also house your inmates. This is where the prisons are.
Yeah.
So when you get sick of these people and you lock them up, they come out here. We put them in our prisons, which are usually out here in the country, right? So most of the solutions are in the country, and most of the problems are in the city. And I've seen this. Yeah. I've lived in the city and I've lived in the country. I've lived in both, right?
I think there was a guy who said this best. He said basically human beings aren't meant to live in an urban environment. Human beings, it gets terrible when you don't live in a society where you don't know anybody. So
I mean, it's a self-imposed prison. I mean, it really is the craziest thing mankind has made, is cities. I don't think and I understand why we originally made cities, but if you go into like New York City right now, like I don't understand why anybody would want to live there, let alone pay $5,000 a month for rent or something in some place like Manhattan. Like, who the fuck wants to pay $5,000 a month to live in a little apartment that's like tiny?
Yeah.
I'm out here living on acres of land. I have multiple buildings, big wide open space, peace and quiet. You know what I mean? And I own this place 100%. Who the fuck would want to live in New York City?
I live in a small county in Maryland. I mean, a small town. So
yeah,
it's great. It's quiet.
Yeah.
You know what I
mean? It's just, it doesn't. Cities are just unnatural. And then you just have. I'm going to tell you another thing about cities. You have just tens of thousands of people crammed into this one area, this one part of the city. And statistically, one of them is probably a serial killer. Because the average person is not a serial killer, sure. But if you keep fucking playing the lottery, you'll get that number if you can just play it an unlimited amount. Like, a lottery ticket obviously costs money, and the lottery's for idiots. But I'm saying if we push a button all day and generate random numbers, eventually we'll get a certain number, right? we got a random number generator, we push the button all day, doot, 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 doot. Eventually, you're going to get that wrong number. Eventually, you're going to get that serial killer. So in the city, there's people lurking around that aren't fucking mentally right. And that number is only increasing because they're not. You got a whole generation of kids that hasn't been raised properly because they've been, they were born, their parents were drug addicts and their parents didn't take care of them properly, and they probably had an abusive ass childhood, right? There's who knows what happened. And if they got taken from their parents, they probably went to a group home, and there's a lot of child molesters and fucking pedophiles working at these group homes. They shut down Devereaux and Disc Village here in Tallahassee because they found that there was pedophiles working there, right? That's where pedophiles are trying to work because they want to be around kids. They're sick. So these people are traumatized for life, and they're messed up in the head. And so what's happening? Think about it. What's happening here? You got a bunch of fucked up people running around. So it's, you got a bunch of yuppies in the yuppie pond, and then you have these just roving mental patients. Even if you live in a good side of town, and I had to tell my mom this, do you think somebody on drugs can't wander into your side of town? Happens all the time. Oh, I live on the nice side of town. It doesn't fucking matter. You think one of these crackheads, and if you look at Tallahassee, you have a ghetto and a nice area that are like right next to each other. You mean to tell me that a random crackhead can't wander into your neighborhood and be so high that he doesn't know? People have their sliding glass doors broken open, and some guy is in their house. Shit happens all the time. This is just life in the city, bro. You're minding your own business, you're cooking dinner, and next thing you know, there's a fucking naked man crashes through your sliding glass door, and he wants to ask you about koala bears. You kidnapped his koala bear, and he had a dill pickle, and the koala bear ran away from his dill pickle. He's Mexico is the walnut. I mean, he's saying crazy shit, and he's naked, and he's crashed through your sliding glass door. This is the type of shit you got to deal with in the city, bro. And if this sounds oddly specific, it's because it happened to a woman that I know. She's sitting there cooking dinner, and then all of a sudden, a naked guy crashes through her sliding glass window. This is what you need. This is what you have to deal with when you live in these cities. Why the fuck would you want to live in one of these cities and then pay more money for the privilege? It's the weirdest thing human beings have ever come up with, is these urbanized areas, and then they sell it like this is really a place you want to live. And the suburbs suck too.
When Biden was president, a lot of people have fled the cities. Particularly whites, have fled the cities.
Yeah, yeah. Well, even black people are getting out of the cities. We got a Vietnam veteran that lives down the road from me. We call him Sarge, and he's a black guy. He's one of my neighbors, and he's a prepper. He's got like solar panels all over the place. So the good black people are also leaving the cities. And that kind of exacerbates the problem more because those are the role models that probably would have stayed in the cities, and now the kids, so you got like a brain drain where the good black people are now leaving these communities altogether. And so it's good for them, but it's going to exacerbate the problem for it's going to make things even worse.
Oh yeah, Sabrina has said something very interesting. $1 grand a month for a 1-bedroom. I work an hour away. I'm stacking, trying to get through the hell out. You know what I mean? It's in my neighborhood now. Well, I hope you get out, Sabrina, because these cities are not safe.
I'm gonna let you talk for a second. I gotta use the bathroom.
Okay, go ahead. Look, I'm gonna tell you. I said get out of these cities. Particularly if you look like me. You know what I mean? These cities are not going to be safe for people who look like us, okay?
They're not going to be safe for anybody, really.
I know.
Realistically, it's bad for black people too, because black people, honestly, if you look at the statistics, they're the most likely to hurt each other. They hurt each other more than they hurt us.
And that's understandable, but there's nothing I can do for them.
The most common. See, like most people don't understand how the crime statistics work. If you're white, you're actually more likely to be attacked by a white person than a black person. But in general, you're more likely to be attacked by a black person than a white person.
Yeah.
But a black person is more likely to attack a white person than a white person attacking a black person.
Yeah.
So, but generally, it is your own race that's going to hurt you. If you're a white person, it's most violence is actually domestic violence. If you look at the FBI crime statistics, usually violence is interpersonal. It's probably somebody you know.
Yeah. And
that's another reason I'm a big advocate of the pepper ball stuff, because realistically, if you're going to use force on somebody, it's probably somebody you know in some capacity. And so it's probably somebody you don't want to kill, like your daughter's boyfriend or something. You're more likely to have a violent encounter with somebody you know with somebody than you don't know, right? But if you look at hate crimes, it's more likely a black person attacks a white person than a white person attack a black person, statistically speaking.
And they'll only attack you if basically you're not. Now, here's the thing. Here's the trick. They will only attack if they feel that that they only attack when they're in groups.
Well,
but
it depends.
If they feel that, if they're outnumbered.
It depends. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to speak on that per se because there's all types of black people. But yeah, I have seen, like, with the younger crowd, there's definitely a pack element there. 100%.
Yeah.
But I don't want to speak in absolutes because, there's all types of different black people out there. So I don't
get that.
Yeah, I don't want to speak in absolutes.
At the same time, it's like if they feel they're outnumbered, most blacks will not do anything if it's just them and there's a whole bunch of white people. They won't do nothing. I mean, or if their group is outnumbered by white people, they're not going to do nothing. I mean, because they know better. I mean, it's only when they outnumber you when there's a problem.
I mean, I hear you, bro. I'm not gonna lie. If you see a bunch of young thug-looking people and there's a big group of them, you need to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Like, you need to get the fuck out of there. I'm not saying you got to get in. Depending on how big and bad you are, you don't have to get out of there immediately. But sometime in the next few minutes, you need to be heading. Like if I go into a gas station and there's 8 of these young, YNs. I won't say it, but YNs, and they're at the gas station. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy my shit. I'm gonna get straight out of here. And I'm big enough to where they're not gonna fuck with me really. But if I push my luck and I fuck around and stay there all day, there might be some shit. But get in, get your shit, get out. Otherwise, the longer you stay there, the more likely it is they might get an idea in their head. So, and depending on how big and imposing you are, I'm a pretty big guy and I got prison tattoos, right?
Yeah.
So usually when they see me, they're like, "Hey, big dog, what's up?" I'm like, "Hey, man," and then I just, that's it. I don't sit there and, make conversation other than that, And usually with me, it's different because they acknowledge, they see that I got prison tats, and it's not even just prison tats. The type of prison tats that I have, they know what time it is. They know this guy's not going to bow down, right? I don't know, like those that know. These prison tattoos that I have are like white people that go to prison and get out of prison with these types of tattoos is like, usually if there is some young dumb guys there, the older one will pull them aside. "Hey man, don't mess with that white guy right there." If they haven't been to prison yet, the older one will pull them aside. "Hey bro, chill, bro. Don't mess with that one right there. You see his tattoos, bro." Like that's because not anybody can have these tattoos in prison. You know what I mean? Like having like runes and stuff all over your eye, having like an Eye of Odin on your arm, stuff like that, having a trestle. You get out of prison with those kind of tats, it's not any old white guy can just have that in prison. You know what I mean?
So true. They do prey on the weak.
Right.
They're like jackals. They're very much like jackals or hyenas. I mean, kind of like hyenas.
If I go to Tallahassee, they'll know who I am, though. They'll literally, hey, Jereb, what's up? Like, they know who I am and everything. And they know I used to be in a white militia group. Like, they know who I am. But if I'm somewhere else other than Tallahassee and I go to the gas station, like, this is kind of the dynamic. I don't stick around if there's like a bunch of them, Houston, Texas. That's where Sabrina's at. All right. Well, Houston, I don't know. Houston's probably all right, but I've heard mixed things about Houston. I've heard, Texas is an open carry state. That's the thing. Or are they still doing open carry, or did they get rid of it?
The one thing I do think that liberals should not be judges and lawyers. They're terrible at administrating justice.
Sabrina says, they say, hey, yo, what's up, girl? Hey, yo, what's up, white girl?
Yeah.
Oh, I went to a, I swear to God, I went to a 7-Eleven, and there was this Mexican girl, and she had big titties too, and she had like stars tattooed up her, like she had stars going from her tits up to her shoulders, like stars. And she came up to me. She said, "Hey, Poppy, what's up?" Like what the fuck? But I didn't feel comfortable. Like I thought maybe this is a trap or something. Like, what does this girl want? Like it was just weird. Why do Spanish girls call me Poppy? Hey, Poppy, what's up? Like I'm not your dad. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird.
Hispanics are easy to get along with than I would say American blacks.
I've had black girls flirt with me too. Yeah. I was at
Look, here's the thing. I've never found them attractive in any way.
I was at Piney Z Park, and I was doing ROF activism, and this black girl was like aggressively flirting with me, trying to get me to get in her car and everything. Hey, you want me to give you a ride somewhere? Like we get something to eat. Like this one black girl was like really trying to. It was pretty crazy.
Mic off.
Yeah.
Mic on.
Studies show that most white men do not find black women attractive. It's the physical features, I think it is, and it's the masculinity and the personality.
She is the ass and the titties. Nice titties. That's what black women have. Nice boobies.
This is why you need open carry, Sabrina. I would say this is that, but I would say always have a kind of be aware. Know who your DA. If you're living in the city, know who your DAs and prosecutors are. I don't care if you have a good state with good self-defense laws. If you're living in the city, you better know who your DA and prosecutors.
You just got to get a body camera.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I say get out of the city, because we're basically at the point where you got to be a police officer to live in the city, because you got to have a gun, you got to have a body camera, you got to have pepper spray. I mean, you got to have the full fucking belt for real. Everywhere you go, you basically have to have a police officer's belt. You got to have a gun, you got to have a less lethal alternative, you got to have a body camera, you got to have you basically have to be a cop to live in these cities. And then your rules of engagement it's like being a cop, but you don't get paid and you don't get the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like all the bad things of being a cop and none of the good things. I mean, that's why I say move out of these cities, because it's a no-win proposition. Oh, and if you have all that shit, they're going to call you a vigilante. Oh, yeah, he's a vigilante. And so it's a no-win proposition. If you have a body camera, they're going to say you're a vigilante. They're going to say you're a wannabe police officer. If you don't have a body camera, they're going to say that you fired the first shot. And, it's a no-win proposition, bro. These prosecutors are going to,
Sabrina. There's plenty of small Texas towns you can be a part of, Sabrina.
Yeah, I would get out of the city, Here's what I would do, right? In Sabrina's case, Sabrina, man, I don't want to.
She said she's been attacked and left for dead.
Look,
Oh,
Sabrina,
man.
listen, Sabrina, you can't get offended by what I'm about to say. You want the God honest truth, what you need to do. Sabrina, how old is Sabrina? You know about Sabrina?
She's kind of like Italian looking.
Yeah, how old is she though?
She's like in her 40s.
Okay.
I could.
How many kids has she got?
I don't know. I think she's got kids though.
Okay. Sabrina needs a boyfriend with some money. You need to like find a guy that lives out in the country already. Find like an older guy, maybe a guy that's like 50 something that already owns some property out in the country, and I would just move in with him. You know what I mean? That's if you want my advice, and I know this is like offensive. I know I'm not supposed to say this. It's offensive, but honestly, like that's my advice. You got to get out of the city like immediately. I wouldn't even stay there much longer. You know what I mean? That's my advice. Like I think she should hook up with a guy that already has acres of land.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be that hard, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Wow. I wish I had a never-ending can of this.
Well,
Give me a never-ending can of Killer Brew. Killer Brew. But yeah, Sabrina needs guys. If there's any older guy that wants a good woman in their life, Sabrina is available. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sabrina is available. You know?
Out of the city.
We got to get her out of the city.
Now, for those who are used to living in the cities and they try to adjust to country life, I've seen this happen.
Yeah.
Oh boy. They don't. It's the quiet that gets to them a lot of times. You know what I mean, I've had people come here, and a lot of times they just talk about how quiet it is. You know what I mean? Like the uncomfortable silences. I love silence. I love the beauty of silence.
Sabrina's only got one kid, so yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I haven't seen pictures of Sabrina like I can only see the thumbnail. But she's not a bad looking woman, you know? Like I don't see any reason she couldn't find somebody, you know?
Would just find a 60-year-old, no offense. Yeah. I would just find a 60-year-old guy, like a boomer, right? Who's got like a ranch. He's got a ranch.
Especially in Texas. I mean, come on, Texas, there's ranches everywhere.
You got to find a guy in his 60s, like a boomer guy, right?
Yeah.
And he owns a ranch. He owns like a Texas ranch, I think.
And then, you know, he's lonely, and when he dies, you get the ranch.
Yeah.
This is a no-brainer for me. If I was Sabrina, I'd be looking for like a 60-year-old guy, the guy that's like maybe younger, maybe like 55, you know. But just an older guy that owns a ranch, and then, you know, that's what I'd be looking for.
Well, this happened when she was 25.
Damn.
Her attention was given 7 years.
He was a dreamer, so what? He was one of those Obama-era illegal immigrants?
Oh, it makes sense, yeah.
The dreamers.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Look at Riley, I mean.
Well.
Look what happened to her, you know?
Yeah, thank you, Zombie Medic, for giving us the super chat. I don't get that many super chats. Zombie Medic is the only guy that sends me super chats, you know? It's unfortunate. I sure wish I got more super chats. How many hours have we been doing this?
Very good, I see.
We've been doing this 2 hours on a Friday night. That's why I have the ads set to high. There's a lot of ads playing on this because people don't send me super chats. So I've turned the ads to high, so that way we still get money. Still get a little bit of money.
You're welcome, Sabrina. You know, the thing is, a lot of times, you know, people have called me, for some of my views, they've called me a woman hater. And
hey guys,
no, I care about women, but
guys, real quick,
real
quick, but before you finish that thought, I need everybody to hit the like button on the video. If you haven't already, hit the like button, and I need everybody to go to the chat and post like a random emoji or something. Let's see if we can stimulate the algorithm to get some new viewers.
Okay.
Everybody just stimulate the algorithm. Stimulate it. Stimulate the algorithm. Hit the like button on the video. I know you guys got this minimized. Unminimize it and hit the like button on the video. Oh, Sabrina gets widow's benefits. Well, you can still get widow's benefits. You're telling me they're paying you to not have a man in your life? I think you still get them if you have a boyfriend and you move in. I think that you'd only stop getting them if you got married.
Yeah.
Yeah. But honestly, that's what I think she should do. Move in with a rancher.
Yeah, the cities aren't safe anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They used to be like 100 years ago, maybe. You know what I mean?
I mean, they were never all that safe anyway, compared to the countryside.
Yep.
It's the sheer population density. It only needs one bad apple to spoil the whole area. You got one guy that doesn't respect the social contract, who steals everything that's not unlocked. You know, all it takes is one bad apple to ruin the bunch. And there's a sense of anonymity in the city, and the bad apple can hide, and there's just more people, and there's just more bad apples. You know, a bad apple out in the country can easily be found and isolated, you know?
Yeah.
And there's just less. People don't want to do shit like that. Like, you don't want to go breaking into houses in Wakulla County. You'll get shot.
No.
You'll get shot out here. You'll get your head blown off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, that's another thing. The consequences for doing violent, stupid shit are just a lot tougher out here. You know, people will fight back, you know. People will whip out a gun and they'll shoot you. You know, whereas in the cities, it's assumed that liberals are going to be sitting ducks and, you know, people just allow the shit to happen, you know.
Liberalism is a toxic feminine philosophy. So it doesn't really work.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it doesn't work. I'm glad that it looks like the liberals are never going to win another election. All right, does the chat have any questions? Skibbity on God, yo. Rizzler, W Rizzler, Skibbity on God. Democrat Party pulled an Ohio move. Yeah, all that.
Yeah. It's mama. Now you cooking.
Let's watch something funny. You guys seen this yet? All right, we're going to have a slight intermission.
They flock to me. Go murk that bitch-ass Benny for me, playboy. Bring me the Platty chip and I'll quadruple your bag on jaw.
What?
Finesse me that platinum chip from the L. Rizzler Smurf cat. Thinks he's looks-maxing Nick A30. Nab the Platty, and I'll cop you the Sigma suite. No Cat King.
The Platty?
My plan for the Platty copped a whole bunch of turbulence when America took the L for real. Ain't that a skibbity in the toilet? Anyway, the Platty is bussin'. It'll take me from Sigma all the way to Alpha. No more NCR Phantom tax. Be a real Sigma and get it for me ASAP blood. I'll show you how much Riz my Securitrons have for real.
Used a lot of like
all right.
tomahawks.
Giyat. Bro is not fumbling around this delivery for real.
I always say a tomahawk is a lot better as a throwing weapon than a ninja star.
Did you play Fallout New Vegas?
I don't play a lot of video games.
What? What?
I don't.
If you had played Fallout New Vegas, you would have been in the Caesar's Legion faction. They didn't believe in guns. Like, all they had was, well, they had guns too, but they had like spears and all types of shit. Dan says, what do you think about Comanche bows? I think Comanches, Comanches, like, they used to kidnap blonde-haired, blue-eyed women, and they'd marry them. Like, I think it was funny. Like, they used to kidnap, like, the Comanches commanders all had, like, blue eyes and shit, because they kept kidnapping European settlers. I think I was like, whoa. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we're doing a Friday night one. That's what people wanted. Friday night stream. You know? Oh, let's watch Sam Hyde's BuzzFeed interview. You watching this?
I'm familiar with Sam Hyde. Did a lot of great things.
Hello?
Hey, Joe. Sam Hyde calling.
Hey, man, how are you?
Good. Beautiful Joe.
Hold on 1 minute. We're going to watch this.
Hey.
Hey.
You ever play that game? You ever play Beautiful Joe?
Beautiful Joe.
Do I ever what?
You ever play Beautiful Joe for PlayStation?
Oh, the video game, yeah, sure.
That's what I call you, Beautiful Joe.
Beautiful Joe.
Well, I'm flattered, thank you.
And we are enjoying that.
Yes, we are.
I am indeed.
Very good.
So, Sam, let me ask you a couple questions if you don't mind.
Yeah, Beautiful Joe is a PlayStation game.
Do you consider yourself a member of Adult Right?
Of Adult Night?
Adult Night?
Right.
What is the alt-right? Is that some sort of indie bookstore? Excuse me?
It's a political movement that you seem to interact with a lot on Twitter.
A political movement? I don't get political.
Modern weapon is fairly new on the scene. I mean, it's not.
I keep it funny. I do comedy.
Before firearms were invented, these were the only weapons you had.
Let's watch. What should we watch? Is there any cool shit we could watch?
Oh, yeah, I got a few ideas.
Oh, I got it. Sam Hyde shooting. Yeah, I think it was Administrative Results or one of those channels. Okay, here we go. All
right, so when you're...
We'll keep this on the back burner while you talk. Go ahead. What were you saying about slingshots?
Well, I was talking about, basically, modern weaponry is a fairly new phenomenon.
Yeah.
Before that, the arms of the day were swords, spears.
Yeah.
Bows and arrows. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. That was that's what we used in prison too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember that idea I came up with, like a prison, like in space, that's like an artificial environment where people are killing each other in a medieval kind of way, like a organized battle kind of way?
Space prisons. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I definitely remember that.
Instead of like your traditional prison gangs like Aryan Brotherhood, you have like Aryan Knights.
The space.
And you have...
Well, there's a prison gang called Aryan Knights. That exists already.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have all types of white prison gangs. The Aryan Brotherhood's only one of them. You know.
Can you imagine, let's say, in a prison where there's no rules, pretty much, instead of shanks, you have like armor and swords and like medieval weaponry. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I could imagine a space prison, and then we could put every inmate on Mars, and we could have them mine You know, we could have mine minerals, resources on Mars. That might be a solution to the. That might be a good solution to the current crime wave that we have. Maybe off-world relocation. You know what I mean? Take all the criminals, take all the all the people that are doing bad, illegal stuff, and we resettle them to off-world colonies. You know what I mean?
Australia.
Australia.
Yeah. Australia was a prison.
Oh yeah, it was a penal colony. Yeah, so we're gonna do that again, but we're gonna do it with Mars this time. And listen, I really want to pitch this idea to Elon Musk. I really want to pitch this idea. I mean, let's take a look at Mars colonization. Hold on. And I just want to have this video play in the background while we talk about this. So Mars, it's a rocky, barren planet. We have a lot of criminals in the United States. And so the question is, like, what do we do with them? And
imagine a situation where the lifers are put in this type of prison dome, where it's like artificial environment, artificial like sun and sky.
Yeah.
And basically, you have like different factions, and people watch them kill each other with medieval armies kind of style, where it's like they're clashing with spears and swords and basically bows and stuff like that.
And then we live stream it and monetize it on YouTube. Based. That's what we'll do. So, yeah.
It's only for the lifers, though. It's only for the ones who are like.
Yeah, listen. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna get all the lifers. I'm gonna run for sheriff in 2028. I'm gonna be successful, and then I'm gonna do my governor run, right? And I'm gonna have a campaign ad that's got Skibbity Toilet as the commercial, and then all the kids are gonna vote for me, because Skibbity Skibbity Toilet, vote for me for governor, and then I'm gonna win the election. It's gonna be that easy. And then what we're gonna do is when I'm governor of the state of Florida, we're gonna take Florida Department of Corrections, and we're gonna have an off-world Florida Department of Corrections penal colony. It's going to be on Mars. All the inmates are going to fight to the death for entertainment on YouTube. And if I don't get any fucking super chats, we're going to have a problem. Because, because the amount of moving parts to make this happen, the amount of things that I need to do to make this happen is vast. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and then we're also going to make a porno film with a hot girl, and we're going to have this Mars rover, and we're going to have some zero-gravity Martian porno. We're going to have a dildo attached to the Mars rover here, and there's going to be like a zero-gravity arm that comes off the Mars rover, and she's going to have like a helmet on, and we're going to have the first Martian porno ever in the history of porn. And this is going to be on Pornhub. And you're not going to be able to watch it if you're in Florida. That's the funny thing. Or if you're in Florida or Texas, you're out of gas. You ain't going to be able to watch it unless there's a VPN. But there's going to be a zero-gravity porno that we film on the surface of Mars. I just got to talk to Elon Musk about this, that rocket has a very odd shape, doesn't it? It's a really phallic-looking rocket. But yeah, listen to me. Elon Musk, you got to listen to us. You got to listen to me and Slingshot Warrior. We got the solution to the crime problem, and we have a solution to, how to get people interested in Mars colonization. We need Mars to be a penal colony, and we'll have a gladiator arena, and whoever wins gets to go home. Or whoever wins, they'll be given a plot of land on Mars.
It's going to be a giant self-contained environment.
Yeah.
Where holographic sunlight, and there's different factions, and there's armies of these prisoners with armor, and they can make their own weapons. We let them make them. We a lot of metal scrap. We let them make their own weapons, their own fortifications.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What he
and
said.
you have these armies attacking each other from going to different places. You know what I mean? Like
and then
we'll have like
a cryptocurrency that you can bet on like what side wins. It'll be $1 billion industry. Martian space battles.
Yeah, you have Muslim prisoners, you have like the black prisoners, you have the Asian prisoners, you have let's see, you have the Hispanic prisoners. So you have all these factions in this giant dome. You know what I mean? Self-contained dome. You know?
And by the way, this is just prison politics. This is how prisons work. So, like, the thing is, that's how prison works. I don't think it'd be any different if you send them to Mars.
It's amplified because now you're letting them kill each other. You're letting them kill each other. You're letting them make tools and weapons to kill each other. You know what I mean? You're letting them do that. You know what I mean?
They're letting them do it anyway.
And you're letting them build fortifications under this giant dome.
They're letting them do it anyway. You might as well make some money off of it. You understand? You might as well make some money off it. Okay.
And imagine a giant artificial environment. I'm talking like artificial plants, like everything in there, right? Not a prison like you would think there, right? It's a giant self-contained holographic, like holographic sunlight kind of dome, like holographic sky.
And we're gonna terraform Mars.
Yeah.
We're gonna make plants grow on Mars. And I'm gonna have a house on there. It's going to be my vacation home on Mars. And I'll have several inmates mowing my lawn on Mars. And they'll be like my workers. And every time they don't want to work, I'm going to be like, you want to go into the gladiator arena? No, we're going to have child molesters mowing my lawn. You want to go into the gladiator arena? You child molester fucking weirdo. Yeah, you better mow my lawn then. And so forever I'll have these workers, contract workers. We're not supposed to say that, I'm sorry. These child molester contract workers, they'll mow my lawn. And if they don't mow my lawn, you go to the gladiator arena. And it's not slavery because they did bad things. They're child molesters. You know what I mean?
My idea wouldn't be like there would be underground tunnels. There would be different situations,
Yeah.
So it was interesting to see. There's different factions.
We could have. Yeah, you see these tunnels right here, right? Listen, we could have space Hamas and space Israel duking it out. We're gonna have. We'll make a new Israel on Mars. Netanyahu says all the time, it's the world's only Jewish state. Motherfucker, we'll have 2 Jewish states now. We'll have a second Israel. Because they always say the world's only Jewish state. Let's have 2. We're going to make a second Israel on Mars, and we'll make a second Palestine on Mars, and then we'll just let them go at it. They're already talking about making tunnels and shit on Mars. And those Palestinians are good at digging tunnels. We're going to need that. All these displaced Palestinians, listen, bro, we got the H-1B visa program. I don't know why Trump's trying to get rid of it. We need all these brilliant people that are great at digging tunnels. We need them on Mars, bro. I don't know what the fuck's Trump got going on. We need to get all these people, these brilliant people that know how to dig these tunnels. We need to get Hamas, and we need to put them on Mars. We need to dig tunnels. Look, why do we have these fucking robots digging these tunnels? These robots are not going to be as efficient as Hamas could be. We need to recruit Hamas for Mars, for Martian colonization. We need to give them some spacesuits and shovels and shit, and they'll have a tunnel made in a couple years. All we got to do is convince them that somehow this hurts Israel. That's all you got to do. If we can convince them that it hurts Israel somehow, we give them a spacesuit, give them a shovel, and say, look, man, dig some tunnels on Mars. It hurts Israel. It's for the Intifada. That's all you got to do. And so we're gonna have a new Israel, and we're gonna have a new Hamas, both on Mars, and we're gonna watch them go to war in a zero gravity environment. And if I don't get super chats for that, then I don't know what to tell you. Okay? I don't know what to tell you. We literally have Palestine versus Israel battle royale on Mars and zero gravity laser weapons shooting at each other. If I don't get super chats for that, then I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, I won't get super chats for nothing. I know Zombie Medic. If we put Zombie Medic, will probably send me $100. He's one of our best subscribers.
Okay, can I ask you something? In a scenario like that, let's say this giant editorial, like artificial environment where it's not gladiatorial like you would think of it, like a Roman arena. No, it's more like basically there's cameras everywhere. It's a holographic artificial environment. It's giant. It's huge.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
And basically, it's basically armies. Now, what kind of weapons and armor do you think the Aryan army would be carrying if they were making their own weapons and they were making their own armor and fortresses?
Whatever they could get. You know, based on my experience in prison, you mean? Whatever they can get.
Now they have no restrictions on what they can get. They're just dropping metal.
Well, I want our Aryan Brotherhood army to have the best laser weapons. Like, give them plasma. You know, we're gonna have Aryan neo-Nazis in space. By the way, for YouTube content moderation people, we're speaking about a fictional scenario. Calm down. You know, and then just to even things out, the other groups will get powerful weapons too. You know what I mean? But I want them to have power armor, like big mechanized suits. Right-wing death squads activated. You know what I mean?
No. Talking about they're in an artificial environment and they have to make their own weapons, which is basically
swords. So you're saying there'd be gravity?
Well,
we could do this on planet Earth. What's the point?
Mars has lighter gravity, actually, but they don't have zero G.
Yeah, I know, but like you wouldn't want if like the gravity conditions are going to be different. That's the whole point. Like otherwise, you could just do this on Earth. Seems like that's the whole point to me.
Well, okay. Let's put it this way. Now you have armies in there, right?
Yeah.
And with medieval style weapons. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what type of weapons do you think now there's no restrictions of what they can make, and they're just bringing the metal scrap there and all the materials for them to use and make and forge. Now, what type of weapons do you think the Aryan prisoners would forge?
They would probably make whatever they could get their hands on. Whatever, like swords, machetes. You know, I'm sure they would make guns too if they had the right material. You know.
So you would say, what kind of swords do you think they would make? Do you think it would be like double-edged swords like our ancestors used?
Yeah, anything you could imagine. I mean, for real, like, you know, in terms of their ingenuity, like I've seen in prison, people have made all types of crazy shit. You know.
Yeah.
So
they'll be making crossbows and swords and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've seen them make dart guns, all types of shit.
All right.
Slingshots. You know, I mean, I don't see as much of that, but it's assuming that they had the raw materials to make whatever they want. They'd make anything you could imagine. I mean, if you gave them a 3D printer, they'd find out how to make guns. It wouldn't be that hard. If you gave them 80% lower receivers, they'd have fully built ARs. They'd be able to do it. You know, they might not figure it out right away, but
build crossbows if they want to as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of crossbows, may I suggest something to you?
Crossbows?
Yeah. Look up repeating crossbows on the YouTube.
Okay, we'll look that up momentarily. 1 second. Repeating crossbow. Let's type in magazine fed repeating crossbow.
There's one.
Do you think I could get a full auto magazine fed crossbow?
You can. They're electric powered.
Yeah, I want a full auto. I want a full auto magazine fed crossbow.
There's someone made one and they're electric, and so they basically kind of like they got a motor, like a little electric motor, kind of like a drill, and they basically go
So
really fast.
so can I
Also,
get armor piercing bows?
Oh yeah. Let me explain to you. Most
Arrows?
body armor, when it comes to like bullets, most body armors are made for bullets. They're not stab proof.
Yeah.
So basically, an arrow would pierce, body armor. Like a bulletproof vest, it would bullet resistant relatively be no problem. Okay, let's see. I'm trying
to based.
What we could
Magazine
do?
fed.
If you know how to work with AI, we could actually make a prison on Mars kind of story.
Laser
flashlight.
Yeah.
Like that.
Stock.
Why
would you need a magazine?
And we can make the different factions, and we can make this giant domed, like, environment where it looks like Earth with first glance inside, but it's just like
magazine can hold
artificial.
18 bolts, accommodating field tips or broadheads. The limb is easily removable.
And it's quieter than any suppressed weapon would be. That's something people lose sight of as well.
There's different types. One of my favorite is the mini striker.
Yeah.
You can get one of.
You're saying these are not cost prohibitive?
Well, the one, yeah. Well, I would put it this way: the Steamboat Stinger M10 is only around $300.
Is the same? What in the world?
And that's pretty good. You can get different limbs for that. You get 100 limbs or no limbs. That was pretty good.
I'm gonna buff you out.
This is intense.
And I keep saying,
Kentucky Ballistics.
What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics.
Kentucky.
Range. And today we're going to have some fun with something you're not used to seeing on this channel.
This is perfect
Let's
for
go
you,
check it out
for
and get
felons,
started.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
So today we are going to have some fun with crossbows.
Ooh, that ballistics dummy looks creepy, doesn't it?
Crossbow on the channel, and I'm super excited to try these things out.
But think
today
about
we have
this:
a
it's
ballistic
got
dummy labs zombie torso.
it requires
says
little
life
maintenance,
like
just a little
bones
string
organs,
waxing
and, it's been zombified with
root
green
and
blood.
lube.
I have
You got to
two
lubricate
nice
the rail.
crossbows to use
So
in today's
not that
video.
bad.
Yeah.
Crossbows were the precursor to firearms, by the way.
Oh yeah. I mean, we know that. Yeah, crossbows came first, and then those Asians, they invented the gunpowder. Well, some people say that black powder was actually invented in Milan or whatever, like Italy.
How lethal is a crossbow? Now, this is a good video.
Yeah.
Now these are single crossbows. Now I wouldn't. These are single shot. Not very good for home defense.
I agree. I want something magazine fed, but I do want to see the lethality of one of these bolts inside of a creepy looking ballistics gel. Oh look, he's plugging some kind of video game.
Well, look up TK Spencer mini striker. You can see that if that's what you want to look at.
Yeah, I just want to see this guy's test. I like Kentucky Ballistics test that he does. Hey, for those that just tuned in, if we got new guys that just tuned in, please hit the like button on the video because it helps the algorithm, and then please leave a bunch of random emojis in the chat. That definitely helps us if you just tuned in.
I shot crossbows, and the best thing about them, it doesn't take long to get acquainted with them. You know
yeah.
And you can get accurate with one quick.
Yeah.
And of course, and they're lethal. They're quiet and they're lethal. They were not going to make a big noise.
Yeah. Much quieter than most suppressed weapons would even be. For sure.
Yeah.
So people, and then another thing is if you need to go hunting, you're not going to let everybody know that you're there miles and miles away. So you have a way to get food that's not super fucking noisy.
Yeah.
And then the ammo is replenishable,
Yeah.
And I'm sure that you could probably find somebody that is a metal worker, and you could probably give them an arrow, and you could probably figure out a way to reverse engineer it to where you could make more arrows, homemade arrows, it seems like it seems doable making homemade arrows, like in an apocalypse situation.
Arrows, they're called bolts.
You
So arrows, bolts.
It reminds me of Half-Life 2. You know. Oh, by the way, if I was Elon Musk and I had $1 billion, I would be like, hey, Valve, I'll give you $1 billion if you could get this Half-Life 3 thing, figure out. We've only been waiting for it for, I don't know, 20 fucking years. I mean, how long is it going to take for them to put Half-Life 3 out? I don't know if it'll ever happen. That shit went all the way through the dummy. You see this shit?
Yeah.
I wonder if that happened to a real human body. Is that synthetic ballistics gel or is it organic ballistics gel? I think it's organic because of the color.
Yeah.
That's better ballistics gel in my opinion. Gives you a more realistic,
You can afford that.
I like my ballistics gel the way I like my woman. It has to have a good jiggle, and it's got to be smackable, Like good ballistics gel is like a good pair of titties. It's got to have the perfect jiggle factor.
Oh yeah.
What's going on, Dan? I see you in the chat, Dan. Let's look at who our top fans are in the chat. Our top fans are Zombie Medic, Sabrina, Dan, Crazy Times, Eternal, Expolations, Eric, Shannon Lewis, Worm Drippin', Window Licker, Yankee Warlord, Slingshot Warrior. Who's that guy? He's in the list. You're in the list. Skulls for Skull Throwing, and our favorite Yakubian, Coral Weezer. Praise Jakub. Window Licker says, I need to read the Bible. I've read the Bible. We've all read the Bible. I don't think anybody's not read the Bible except for people that just don't read, especially people that have been to prison. Everybody that's been to prison has probably read the Bible, because if you've ever ended up in confinement and been in a cell where there's nothing but a Bible, and you're literally in a room with nothing but a Bible, you're going to read that Bible. And I've been in that situation in prison a few times where my property wasn't packed and I was in a room with nothing but a Bible. So I'm pretty sure we've all read the Bible.
Like I said, these crossbows are very good for felons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people who are restricted. You know what I mean? In other ways. You know what I mean?
Ballistics gel. Jiggly
that
jiggly.
Went right at the other end. Look at that. It's no joke.
Yeah. Oof, straight through the heart. This guy's brutal, Imagine putting an arrow through a dude's heart for real, like actually doing that in 2025. Yeah. Literally putting an arrow through a motherfucker's heart. That's crazy.
Can be
Ouch.
done. Europe, people have been killed with crossbows, man.
Yeah, that's fucking brutal. I wonder if more people have been killed by guns or crossbows. Because, guns have only been around for a few hundred years, whereas, bows and arrows were around, many, many, many centuries. So I wonder if bows... Yeah, I think firearms have killed more humans than crossbows, though.
You would be surprised. A lot of medieval battles, people got killed with crossbows.
True, but also the sheer level of battles of World War I and World War II, you just had more people involved.
Yeah.
But then again, I think I think you're right. I think medieval battles had more overall death than a lot of modern wars. But I don't know. I'd have to research it. The scale of death of World War I was pretty fucked up.
If we want to make a video game, or say about, a prison on Mars where you got different prisoners fighting each other in a medieval style battle.
What I say about video games is if you're not already a modder, then don't get into developing video games. That's my opinion about video games. If you're not already a modder, then don't set out to make your own game until you've modded. If you've already modded, like there's people that made TFR, The Fire Rises. I know we got a couple The Fire Rises fans in here. Why did you guys choose Hearts of Iron to make the mod? You guys should have made a mod of like Fallout 4 or something. You know what I mean? I don't know why The Fire Rises is a Hearts of Iron mod. We're gonna listen, and I want to say this briefly because I know not everybody in the chat is The Fire Rises fan. But those of you that are in the chat that are The Fire Rises fans, I just want to say this. The Fire Rises 2, when we make the sequel, it's not going to be based off Hearts of Iron. It's going to be based off the source code for either Fallout 4 or Arma. We're going to turn The Fire Rises into a first-person shooter. We're not going to... And look, I want you guys to clip this. If you guys have screen capture software, I want you to clip me saying this. I want you to...
Did you see that shot? It went right through the dummy's stomach and out the other end.
Yeah. What do you know about The Fire Rises? Slingshot Warrior?
Not much. Not much, because I'm not much of a gamer, but...
Yeah. Well, I'm a character in that game. Oof! That shit went through the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kentucky Ballistics is crazy.
Yeah, here's the thing. I think less than lethal is okay in certain situations. It's always a good first defense.
Yeah.
But you need your lethal backups. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree.
And what I'm saying, this is a potential lethal backup for people who are restricted. There's a lot of repeating crossbows on the market. You can get one, a really good repeating crossbow. It's called a Steambow M10 for around $300. I mean,
yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Look up the Steambow M10.
Can you type that into the chat so I get the correct spelling? And I'll paste it.
Okay.
Just type it into the chat.
All right.
That's a weird looking bow right there. What about armor? Like medieval armor. What if they made medieval armor? For those of you that live in the cities, you might want to invest in some armor.
Yeah.
Get some chainmail armor. Some stab-proof armor. For those that live in the UK, I think chainmail armor is making a comeback.
Oh yeah.
Stab-proof chainmail armor. Oh, 411 Outdoors is covering it. This guy.
About this video, we're going to be taking a look at something we never have before on my channel, so this is going to be a first. We're going to be looking at the M10 from Steambow. Stick around.
There's different bolts.
As I've mentioned to you before,
and there's different limbs you can put on it. You can have different limb poundages.
Yeah.
I would say 90 pounds is enough.
Okay. Okay, so the more pounds is the more expensive. It's the more force of the bow.
You could say that. Yeah, it becomes the crossbow.
But then it's also harder to crank and it's more expensive. Would you say?
I'll put it this way: if you want to deal with someone, two things you want. You want to get if you want power or rapid fire, depending on what you want to get. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. For example, this play EKR3 Cobra Adder. That's going to be around 130 pounds.
Right. Right. Looks like a beautiful piece of machinery. Beautiful machine right there. And it's got a Picatinny rail. That's pretty cool. Now, what would you attach to the Picatinny rail. What do you think? You think a laser light combo maybe?
I would say a laser, like a. You ever seen those laser, sights, laser sights? You know
I
what
would
I mean?
want at least a light that has momentary on off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of 411, by the way.
Could you put like a red dot sight on this or no? I don't really see where you could change the sight. Oh, okay, you can. Yeah, there's a top rail.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll put like a EOTech, and then I'll put like a PIC 15 infrared laser on it, and then I'll get some nods, and then I'll have I'll be like the ultimate Call of Duty character or something.
He didn't use all the bolts. There's a lot of the bolts he did.
Yeah, he put a foregrip on him.
The blue bolts are not the best bolts. Now there's the ones there's basically the Bodkin ones that look like they're tipped like a nail. Those are designed for piercing hard materials.
You guys aren't going to believe this. You know those weird trans Antifa lunatic extremist people?
Yeah.
I saw a picture today where one of them had a foregrip on their rifle, and the foregrip looked like a penis. Like, where the fuck do you buy that? You know what I mean? And I really want to buy it because I want to go to my friend's house and I want to take his foregrip and steal it, and then replace his foregrip with that one just to fuck with him. Like, I think that'd be funny. I think that'd be really funny. Can you imagine going to your friend's house and like fucking with him, like taking the foregrip off of his rifle and replacing it with that? That'd be pretty funny.
So, what do you think about this one so far?
I think it's pretty good. Okay, so what's that pin thing there? Is that for like disassemble? Is that like some kind of takedown lever?
Yeah.
Or is that the thing on the very back, or is that a thing for a sling?
Yeah, I think you can put a sling.
Okay.
See, that's
so I could get like a badass sling, and then you could paint it probably just like a regular rifle.
Yeah, and you can basically that's so you can lubricate your rail and like wax your string.
Yeah, this is not a Temu. This is not a Temu special, right? This is like a pretty good one, right?
You can get this on Amazon.
Yeah. Yeah, this doesn't look Temu to me. This looks like one of the higher end crossbows. I mean, 411 Outdoors is making a video about it. He doesn't make videos about Temu stuff.
Yeah. No, this is one you can get on Amazon, but
yeah.
It's got a 10-round magazine.
So how much does it cost?
$300.
Not bad. You got one of these?
No, but I want one. I'm thinking about. I wanted to get one.
Oh.
I have something similar to it, but it's a single shot, like similar to the EK Archery one.
Yeah.
I showed it to you.
Yeah, I think I might want one of these. They don't come in camo though.
You can dress it up camo.
Yeah, just spray paint it, I guess.
Yeah.
That's why the good Lord gave us spray paint. Hallelujah.
Yeah. So
window liquor. We don't found window liquor saying we need God. Yeah, we do. We need, because the good Lord gave us Rust-Oleum, and the good Lord gave us Rust-Oleum and Krylon and Flex Seal. Hallelujah. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Can I get a amen? Praise the Lord.
I don't think we need to. I think
the Lord.
My voice is sufficient enough. Because I have to recharge a little bit. I want to hear my voice. You can take off my camera.
Oh, you want to minimize the camera for a bit?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes I like turning the lights off when I stream, keep the lights low. I know people like good lighting, but this shit strains my eyes a bit, so sometimes I do turn the light off, and we'll probably only do this a little longer. I know the chat likes how long we stream.
Yeah, but
you gotta admit, I got some work ethic. I'm like Asmon Gold in this motherfucker. Like Asmon Gold streams all day. When I stream for a long time.
I get it.
And I don't even do it for a big audience. We have like, what, 6 or 7 people in the chat right now? Like, we don't even have a giant audience.
And I tried to send it to him because he's a friend of mine. I actually interviewed this guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wonder how much...
that bolts you can get for this particular crossbow. And we're talking about razor-headed bolts.
Yeah.
About the bodkin heads, which are basically designed to go for a hard material.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I wouldn't buy anything off Temu. Temu is basically spyware. You know, Temu sucks. I wouldn't. You know, Temu got caught doing the spyware thing. You know, and it's just not. It's just not something you want to get caught up in. You know.
No. But Amazon is where you want to go. You know, you want to get one of these.
Yeah.
There's one like around $300, and you can get one of these, and you can also buy the extra bolts. You know.
Yeah.
The ones that have the razor heads and the ones that have the bodkin heads.
Okay, so Sabrina asked a question about how do you lubricate. Well, I hope she's talking about.
Oh, the rail. There's this. You can buy spring wax and rail lubricant.
Okay.
For your crossbow.
That's.
I have.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Okay. So we're talking about crossbow lubricant, right, Sabrina?
Yeah. The maintenance for a crossbow is actually quite low compared to other weapons.
We're not talking about like KY jelly or anything like that here, are we? Like we're talking. Clearly, we're talking about the crossbow, right?
Rail lubricant.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. You know?
Yeah.
But it's a weapon that's quiet and lethal. It's effective. Trust me. I don't think anyone will want to get hit with a crossbow bolt.
I don't think so either. You know what I mean?
The difference between a crossbow bolt, most of the time, it's going to stay in your body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you pull, it's going to be hurting like a son of a bitch. You know what I mean? You know?
Yeah.
Now, he's using the standard bolts but there's other bolts that are better than this. You know?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Sorry, I say that a lot.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think crossbows is a solid option for felons. You know? And then like you can connect with your ancestors. You know, our ancestors used crossbows. So
yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm starting to get tired, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Guys.
I hope you get one, bro. I hope you get one of these.
Is there anything the comment section wants to say that's interesting and insightful and cool and badass? If there's anything cool that you guys want to check out, you know, let me know.
We are getting, you know, it is getting late. I'll admit, you know.
Yeah, it's getting late, but you know, we like taking care of our audience, and these guys continue to watch us no matter how boring we get, which I don't understand. I didn't know I was that fucking interesting. You know.
Yeah.
But people love me, you know.
But I think if for the people in the chat, do you want to see JordanJJereb get a Steamboat Singer M10? Donate to his funds so he can buy a Steamboat Singer M10, right?
Yeah, 100%. You know, if I get a bunch of super chats, then that's coming in the future. But I might do it anyway. But you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a crossbow. Yeah, I think a crossbow video.
Definitely. And it's so affordable.
Yeah.
I would say the 90-pound limb will cause a lot of damage. Also, if you're going to use the crossbow, always aim for center mass. Do not try to aim the shoulder. You know, aim for center mass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Aim for the heart. Aim for the throat. Aim for the head. You know what I mean? You know?
But do you think that the bolts go through heads, or are our skulls are kind of thick, you know?
The bodkins will, because it's got the bodkin heads will, because it's made to go through like strong material.
Yeah.
The bodkin heads are kind of like they look like the head of a nail. You know what I mean? They've been used traditionally to go through plate armor. So
okay, so yeah, they'll definitely go through a human head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you have a 90-pound like limb, right? And it's like, yeah, it'll go. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think we're gonna wrap this up for the night. I'm just kind of losing energy, and I can keep going and keep going, but you know, you got to admit, this work ethic is pretty good. We stream a lot longer than most people do. I mean, we've been doing this for 3 hours now. You know, most people do not stream this long, and
thank you for sticking around with us.
And considering this is not even a huge audience, really, it really isn't. This is not even a huge audience, but I know people watch the restreams. You know, people like that we talk about prepping stuff. We make outrageous, offensive jokes on the stream. You know, shit just gets heated. You know, well, not heated, but you know, it's just a really entertaining stream. I mean, sometimes I rewatch my own streams. I get it. I get why people like this stuff. And even though not that many people watch it live, people usually catch it on the restream. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
A lot of these restreams get hundreds of views. So. If you're catching this,
I'm planning on buying a Steamboat M10. So
yeah, if you're catching this on the restream, and you want to support the channel, here's a product that I'm currently selling for Halloween. We got the eyeball camouflage, and the eyeball camouflage is a really unique camouflage pattern. It's a camouflage pattern made out of eyeballs. So go ahead and check that on the store. You know, this
Make
is.
sure to check out our summertime Maryland camouflage.
Yeah, we have a lot of cool shit we are selling on the site. We got a lot of cool stuff. If you're a The Fire Rises fan, we have the Fire Rises merchandise. If you like golden orb weaver spiders, we got a lot of that. We got straight out of Scotland. Fuck around and find out. We got Giga Chud products. You know, for the Giga Chuds, we got Giga Chud shirts. We got Clippy shirts. You know, Microsoft might sue me for that, but you know, it's I think it's fair use, maybe kind of sort of. You know, death can have me when it earns me. We got some very cool urban splinter camouflage. We got magnets. We got all kinds of cool shit. We got state flags. If you're a Texan, we got Texas state flags, stuff like that. You know, we got stuff for women. We got you know, all types of shit. You know, we got Chad magnets. Warning: killer alligators not responsible for injury or death. Warning: killer man-eating chihuahuas. You know, like cool magnets like that. Let's go to the magnet section real quick. I just want to show you guys these magnets that I got. We sell some amazing magnets, guys. You know. The magnets are high quality magnets. I got them all over my fridge. Some of you have seen them before. You know, we got a Yakub magnet, or Yakub. I'm sorry, I don't know. I used to call it Yakub, but sometimes I mispronounce it. We got all kinds of cool magnets.
That's really cool.
This is literally a chick magnet. There's a chick right there, and it's a magnet that's a chick. So it's a chick magnet. Warning: booby traps. This vehicle records video and audio. Put that on your vehicle. Nobody will want to break into your vehicle. I mean, we got, you know, warning: I slam my brakes. Back off. That'll get the tailgaters off your car. You put that on your car. Warning: terminally ill old man with nothing to lose. Warning: mentally ill autistic doomsday prepper. Terrorist hunting permit. Lethal levels of toxic masculinity in this vehicle. Warning: pissed off veteran. We got weaponized autism stickers. We got Popeye stickers because the copyright ran out on that. We got the Don't Cancel Me sticker. It's like Don't Tread on Me, only he's on a computer. Tactical e-biker stickers. Florida Department of Corrections Wojak. Guerrilla Warfare. I mean, we got all types of Tactical Florida Man, female inmate sticker there. What Men Really Want. I mean, we have so many cool stickers on the site. In terms of edgy T-shirts.
Oh, tell him I'm definitely going to get me a female inmate as my girlfriend soon enough.
Oh yeah, writing female inmates is like probably one of the best ways to meet women if you do it correctly. Don't use one of these services for it. That's not how you do it. You have to know somebody that's already in there and have them as a networking point. That's the actual way to do it. I know the correct way to do it. If you guys want, I'll make a tutorial on how to do that. We have really high quality stuff. I mean, if you go to the camo section, you got the camouflage pattern that me and Slingshot Warrior made. The Slingshot Warrior Summer pattern. This was actually a camouflage pattern that me and Slingshot Warrior made. If you buy this, I will give Slingshot Warrior a percentage of the sale. If you buy
this. And if it's enough percentage, I tell you what I'll do. I will buy a Steamboat M10. If it's like $400, I will buy a Steamboat M10 and I will test it on my videos.
We got camouflage Hawaiian shirts. So, the Boogaloo Crew. Boogaloo Crew, if you want, and I've demonstrated these on my videos. So, if you want to see what they actually look like, I did a video where I demonstrated that. We just have a lot of amazing fucking products on my website. My website's one of the most underrated websites right now.
It's well done.
We got stuff you can't find on any other website. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what I do, guys. I sell things you can't get anywhere else. That's my business model. You ain't got no choice.
Okay. You said that you sell like riot shields?
No, I don't sell that. Not yet. Here is I mean, it's not genuine multicam, but it's close enough. Schmulticam socks. I mean, where else on the internet can you buy multicam socks? I mean, there's some places, but not that many places, right? Like, here's Flectarn socks, right? Here's, like, Cryptek Mandrake socks and stuff like that. Here's Woodland camo socks. I mean, if you want camouflage socks, here's a Useless Camouflage Pattern. Useless Camouflage Pattern, UCP. We have every camouflage pattern socks you could possibly want. Multicam black. I mean, I can't call it the actual patterns, but
Slingshot Warrior special.
Yeah, and look, if we don't have it, request it and I'll get it. Any camouflage pattern socks that you want, let me know and I'll put it on here. And I mean, like, we have cool shit on here. You literally can't find this stuff anywhere else. We have the Advanced Fractal Research Pattern, AFRP. I mean, this is scientifically, you can't get much better than this. You'll get diminishing returns. Like, at a certain point, a camouflage pattern can be basically as good as it can get before you start getting, like, diminishing returns. As if you have, like, an intermediate pattern. I mean, it's super scientific, but you have a micro pattern and a macro pattern made with fractals. So it fucks with the brain. It's super scientific, and I don't really have time to get into it because we're about to get off of the stream. But this is one of the best camouflage patterns ever made in the history of mankind.
Yep.
This years worth of research went into this that I stole using ChatGPT. I stole the research. I mean, it's publicly available, but basically I took a shortcut and I did something that would have taken 5 or 6 years, and I did it in a few hours using AI. And that's how I came up with this advanced fractal research pattern. One of the most advanced camouflage patterns that could possibly exist, and it's based off fractals. I mean, this is like some alien shit. Fibonacci sequence, golden ratio, fractals, mathematics, super Illuminati shit. You got to buy this camouflage pattern. You got to get it. This is an amazing pattern. And the fact that it has fractals and it creates a macro pattern and a micro pattern at the same time, and it has tan, gray, black, green, and like 8 different shades of green in there. So it creates a shadowed effect and a layered effect. This is an amazing fucking camouflage pattern. Scientifically, this is like multicam on steroids. This is like multicam on steroids with a Viagra. He's fucking some shit all night long. This is like multicam on drugs. You get multicam and you put it on methamphetamine and you give it a Viagra pill and you give it an 18-year-old girl to fuck all night. That's what this pattern is. This is the best camouflage pattern you can get.
I have a question. Do you have any hats?
Yeah, we do have hats. We got hats. I need to make some more hats actually. But we got the fuck around and find out camouflage gator hats, you know. We got a bunch of shit. We got a bunch of cool hats.
Awesome.
We got this very simple 2A hat. I mean, it's you know, it just says 2A, and it, you know, it doesn't, you know, not everybody knows what 2A means. So it's a little bit low profile. Like, it's not, you know, those who know, those who don't know, you know. I mean, so we got, and it's embroidered, you know, it's real embroidery. You're going to have a 2 and an A. You know, what you see is what you get. You know, high quality FUD camouflage. We got them fitted caps. You like the golden orb weaver, the iconic southern spider.
I love the Maryland camouflage that we did. That was really good. Yeah. That looks like it is definitely a Florida type camouflage.
Got them fitted caps, yo. Listen, if I gain weight and I end up being like morbidly obese, I'm gonna wear these types of hats, and then I'm gonna wear like 9X t-shirts, and I'm gonna wear fitted caps. I'm gonna call myself Fat J. Hey yo, it's Fat J. What's going on? And I'm telling myself that to motivate me to not get so fat. That's why I'm doing it, because if I get that fat, I'm gonna embrace the bit, and I'm gonna be, here's the I Can Fixer hat. The Tacticat hat is another good. We got amazing products on here, guys. I'm not even gonna lie to you. If you go to the miscellaneous section, we have. I mean, here's one of my mugs right here. Here's my Florida mugs. I sell these.
You have this riot shirt. Have you ever thought about getting a trench club or making a trench club?
Oh, maybe.
Something like a mace, you know, like a not be fused with a spray, but I'm talking about a mace, like a flanged mace thing, you know?
Yeah.
That would be cool, because I'd like to see you with the trench club and a mace at the same time, like a club.
I can't believe we still have 5 people watching. I bet you 2 of the people that are watching are like federal agents that have like assigned to keep tabs on me. No, I'm kidding. The federal agents are going to watch later. They'll catch the restream. You know what I mean?
You got the nice hats. You got.
I wonder if there's a hot, sexy FBI agent chick watching this. Like, you know, like maybe she's a lucky girl. You get paid to watch me all day. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, we got a bunch of amazing products on here, guys. It's cool stuff. I mean, especially these slides right here. Don't you just want to see a spider underneath your foot every time you step into your sandals? Just a big spider right there, you know? I mean, it's just perfect, you know? I mean, imagine somebody has nothing to wear but these sandals. And they're afraid of spiders. If you have a friend that has no shoes and he's afraid of spiders, this is the gift to give them. You should give them this gift. If you have a friend that's afraid of spiders and they have no shoes, you should give them these shoes right here.
It's nice hats. I mean, it's nice apparel. It worked really good.
You know, the backpacks, they're not super tactical, but the backpacks are all right. And look, if you're a corrections officer, this is the perfect tote bag for you. You got a clear tote bag because they don't even trust you. You can't even have a lunchbox that's not clear. When you go to work, you have to have a clear bag. They don't trust their own employees to not smuggle shit. And so, you know,
stuff like a felon, like anything like a knuckle duster, like the bone breaker keychain tool.
No, I don't sell anything like that. I mostly just sell camouflage patterns, T-shirts, just shit like that.
No, I know you don't sell it. I just wondered, can you have it? You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, I can have it. Why not? I mean, felons can have most weapons other than firearms in the state of Florida.
Okay.
If you're gonna play in Texas,
you test out the Steamboat and Stinger M10. That's going to be really good.
If you're a big fan of the Little Armalite song, we sell these shirts. I actually have one of these. I've worn these a lot. I actually own a lot of these shirts. You guys will recognize some of these shirts from my videos. This is an amazing shirt. Like, this is like a conversation piece. People see you wearing this one, you know, like,
oh yeah,
it's just a conversation piece. A lot of these shirts are excellent. Like, you'll have girls approaching you in public, like, where the hell did you get that? You know, like a lot of these are really good conversation pieces.
Oh yeah.
You know, like this isn't technically Hitman for copyright reasons, but you know, he looks kind of like he's inspired by Hitman. You know, like this is kind of like a cool shirt, you know?
It's stuff, bro. It really is. It's
Here's some well, actually wait, no. I'm going to show you the better one. This is a really good Florida man shirt. You came to the wrong neighborhood and you got like a militia looking guy and he's holding an alligator.
What do you think about alligator Alcatraz?
And then on the back it says Tactical Florida Man, and on the sleeves you have the FAFO, and then on the other sleeve you have a Florida flag. So that's actually a pretty cool shirt right there. And that's one of the Rash Guard shirts. So you guys will notice the Rash Guard shirts are like $40, but they're made out of an extremely good material. These are very high quality shirts. This is not like bullshit you buy at Walmart or something. This is martial arts grade, quick dry, Rash Guard material. I'm not gonna lie though, if you're a fat guy, you need to get like a 5X or a 6X. They're meant to be conforming. So if you're a fat guy, if you're a chunky dude, if you're a really chunky dude, don't buy this shit at all. But I mean, if you're somewhat chunky like I am, you need to get like a 5 or a 6X. I wear the 5X. So.
Do you got any coats?
Huh?
Coats.
Yeah, we sell jackets and stuff.
Yeah.
We sell all types of shit. You know, I sell, you know, all types of shit. You know, we sell towels. Here's one of our towels. You know, and it's got that the tactical Hawaiian shirt print colors on it. Yeah, we sell all types of shit. You know, this a little something for everybody on my website. So go check out the Jereb Farm store, guys. We're gonna check the chat one more time. If there's anything you guys want to say in the chat before we sign off, let us know, because we're about to end the stream. We'll see you guys next time. If you haven't liked the video already, please like it. And if you don't have the money to support the channel, you can help by just sharing my videos and watching my videos, commenting on them, liking them. Go through all my old videos and like watch them and share them.
Yeah, and support my channel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some more streaming, some more outdoor content, some more slingshot shooting.
Yeah, I am the one. Yeah, we're signing off for the night. We're not getting off. That comes later. That's usually before I go to bed. We're signing off.
Yeah.
The getting off thing will be later tonight, probably before I go to sleep. So, anyways, I appreciate you guys. you know, watching the stream, for especially those that you watched the whole 3.5 hours that we've been streaming. Again, please support the store. Check out the store. And even if you don't buy anything, like if you're broke, you could check out the store. And like if you see something that a friend would like, be like, hey, check it out. You got this chud selling this thing, and maybe you'll like, you know, like, oh, there's a lot of shit on here that other people might like. So, you know, if you know other people, you could send them that. Just tell everybody about the channel, you know. Tell everybody about the operation. Let's see if we can get this channel to 8,000 subs. We're at 7.9 now, so, you know, let's just get my channel out there. See if you can get me more subs. Let's build this channel up. Get this channel bigger. You know, that's one of the good ways you can support the channel, is just tell friends about it. You know?
Totally true. I've endorsed you and
yeah.
And your I think you do a lot of great things here.
Yeah.
I want to say I first ran into your channel I was looking up Sabre launchers, and you came up.
Yeah.
Because I guess I was about to get one at the time, and I think you had one, or you know. So
yeah, this guy brings up an interesting point. I want to show you guys something. I want to show you guys. When I got out of prison, I was in close management. When I got out of prison, and this is how I looked. I was skinnier when I got out of prison. So I am the one pointed that out. So when he got out of prison, he was skinny. So yeah, fresh out.
How many years?
Huh?
How many years did you get?
Like 5. I mean, They gave me 78 months, but I didn't have to do the whole thing. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. We gotta go. We've been doing this for a long time. Check out all the other videos. I got a bunch of old videos that chances are you haven't seen all of them yet. So check out some of my old videos. It's probably something you like in the old videos. It definitely would help the channel. Show your friends my store and all my amazing products and shit like that. It definitely helps. Just do what you can to help. We'll see you guys next time, all right? JordanJJereb, signing off.